Mythic Dungeon League. Lithian has informed me that you have all traversed the realms and beyond to bring other champions into the fray. Commendable. But also that there is an imposter in your ranks. One that is emulating me. I'm flattered, but also sure that can never really be done. Dark Lady watch over you all. Triumph is surely ahead.
Welcome to another episode of Around the Mage Table, the podcast. For the rest of us, this is episode 86. And today we have Scrap on location. Scrap, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Now, where is your location? Are you traveling or no? You're just...
No, I'm just in the basement because I share a computer room with my husband who is off work now, and so he's playing video games and he's very loud. So
yeah, he's a teacher, right? So he's got the
yeah, we're
summer off.
gonna switch it off for the dogs who might also be very loud, but we'll see which is worse.
So audio aside, which I think is for the most part fine, you might hear dogs or see dogs getting into
You can't see her in frame, can you?
No, we can. It doesn't matter.
Oh. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of them.
Yep.
She's a puppy, so I can't control her at all.
Huge distraction.
Sorry, I'm holding my laptop.
Yeah, no, we'll be fine. Lithian, how you doing?
I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm good. I'm just chilling. It's been a quiet weekend. Nice long weekend. So not a whole lot going on here.
How are you on the I don't care meter? Are you a 0 or 10?
You know, I like to not care. It's very refreshing when I could just sit around all day and not care about anything. So it's been great. You know, it's pretty high up there.
Okay.
Lithian's got Squidward energy.
Yeah, it's great.
We pulled a clarinet right up and just started playing it. Perfection. Husky, how you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, I thought I missed you last week saying hi to you, and then you thankfully pointed out that I did say it, but I just immediately started talking about myself.
Yeah, well, no, I asked you how you were doing. I didn't think I had anything to say last week. I'm happy you got this Memorial Day weekend, so I don't have to work tomorrow, so we can have a 5-hour podcast, baby. Let's go.
So I hope everyone is having a great Memorial Day weekend. You were watching this on the Monday of Memorial Day for those of you outside the United States. We are the first night where I will be able to stay up and not have a problem editing late into the evening, and we have absolutely nothing to talk about as far as I can tell. So we're going to just kind of jump into a couple topics, go through the news that did happen this week. Scrap really wants to know about what's going on in Husky's classic life, despite the fact that he did actually make it back onto retail this week.
I figure he's on classic every single day. There's got to be something happening worth talking about, right? Like...
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong, Husky, but I don't know if there's anything that is like new that's happening inside of it that isn't, like you said that Tempest Keep and Serpent Shrine had launched.
Yeah, no, it's old content, but brought upon new because TBC classic, so they're just they released the phase, so we're just doing the raids now. So nothing...
Yeah, but it's like the second time that it's hit the classic servers, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
We can talk for a second about Classic Plus. I know we've dabbled in it from time to time, but I really have high hopes for Classic Plus because I feel like if they can nail it, we would have a shit ton of fun in it. But I feel like nailing it, it's going to be like hitting the lottery. Like they're going to have such a hard time of it. I don't know if you guys agree.
Well, please everyone,
No,
right?
I
If
do.
they change too much about classic, then the classic people won't like it, and if it's not changed enough, then the retail people won't like it. So it's like they really have to find some kind of common ground. I
think if they lean more into the classic side of it, it's okay if the retail people don't like it, because the people on retail will have their, shit.
Yeah.
I want them to lean more into the classic side of it. I just want them to, I guess, like, if there was one thing I'd say, like, this needs to happen is they need to do something with the other specs that just didn't have any play in classic. Right?
Oh, like rebalance the specs?
Just a little bit. Like, don't give it a huge overhaul. Don't go crazy. But, like, figure out a way to make Ret work. Figure out a way to make I guess there was a shaman tanking, like there was supposed to be a shaman tanking set or system in place for shaman. Just figure that out to a point where I don't even need to be meta or anything. Just like it's viable in dungeons, maybe in raids. Like I just remember.
I think they'd have to have like the lightest touch with it because
Yeah.
I feel like Season of Discovery, like I didn't get that
Well, that
into it. I
was-
know there were
no.
people who were super into it, thought it was really well done, right? But I don't know, it's like I'd come right off of playing hardcore, and hardcore is just like there's this like fear of death that's so exciting. The first time I died in Season of Discovery, I was like, like I was like trying to play it like hardcore, and then I died and I was like, oh well, the game is just like tedious now, like there's no pressing feeling. So that's why it didn't work for me. It's not because of the actual thing, but I mean, I think it would have to be like I think spec rebalancing is totally fine. Totally allowed. That's not going to mess with it too much. I think maybe some like small quality of life changes. Like I can't even think of what would be like acceptable. Like some kind of group put together, or like what we have for Mythic Plus, where it's just like combined, like there's not like an automatic
group
group
finder.
filler.
Yeah, just the
Group
group
finder.
Yeah.
They do have a
Finder.
similar group finder in Classic where you can kind of put yourself up for like a dungeon or like a group and find people
Okay.
that way. So there is something like that already.
I
So
feel
they
like I
could
remember that in
they could
Season
refine it though.
Discovery. Or
Group-
wait, no, I
Put
think it was in
together.
I know, but I don't want something like an auto queue sort of thing
No,
that like
no.
teleports you to the dungeon. Like it needs to be like how Mythic Plus is. Like you still have to get to the dungeon, you still have to go things, but like just to forego that, which the classic group finder, which was me looking who is level 28 and me whispering like 40 people, like, and just asking them if they want to come do fucking Razorfin Downs or whatever the fuck, and it's like, no, yeah, we can't summon. It's classic, bro.
What about outside of the classes? What about like you talked about Season Discovery, people liking it. I don't think they necessarily liked it because of the class combo stuff. Like, yes, it might have been fun for a minute, but like at the end of the day, we're all just kind of playing for the raids and the dungeons. And they love though the Karazhan raid, or dungeon, excuse me, and the Scarlet Monastery raid that they had. That's what I think they really loved. And I'm wondering, in order for Classic Plus to really take off, I think it can't be another Anniversary Realm, even with the minor tweaks we just talked about. And then like a year from now, they launch the new raids.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's what I was thinking
raids.
about it. Is for me, what Classic Plus looks like is we talked about some spec rebalancing, but in the lightest way, just have them keep their identity, but maybe tweak the numbers to make them more playable. And then for me, I was thinking the leveling doesn't need to be super overhauled. You can keep iconic quest lines, but maybe flesh out some of the ones that you didn't flesh out as much. Rework maybe some of the zones that you were gonna have be more important that just got cut because there wasn't enough time.
Yeah, like Ashara and stuff. Like one quest zones that are just like there's a single quest line.
Yeah.
And then like nothing else randomly. And like also those level gaps where you're like trying to get from like level 50 to 53 and you're like, where the fuck do I go? I've done like every quest. And it's like, well, you gotta go do, I don't remember, Sunken Temple or I don't remember. Like
and for me too, there's also things like early on when you're leveling a horde character, there's that little Kaltiran base. You can make that into like a level 10 dungeon or something. Maybe add some more of that kind of stuff. Maybe just like 2 bosses, nothing crazy, but yeah, I think you could redo stuff.
Dude, that place is so sick because you get so many quests that like go there, and there's that long escort quest. Oh yeah, baby, I love that place. I love the Barons. I would just do the Barons again. I don't care if they do classic plus, classic minus. I'll level through the Barons and probably quit.
But so yeah, and then other than that, like the raid stuff is going to be interesting because like, do people just want to go through Molten Core BWL again? I mean, that seems kind of boring to me, but at the same time, like, do you just kind of do the normal end game and then do a different raid afterward? I don't really. That's kind of where it kind of loses me as well. Like, how is this going to work once it gets to that point?
Do they
still do?
I would say it would be really fucking cool if like they could have a team who puts like almost as much time into retail as classic, because classic is just an easy chill moneymaker for them. They're like, people are already making money off of classic servers being up, so we're gonna have like an official one. And I'm sure they didn't plan to sink a ton of money into it, right? But then they see the success of hardcore and they're like, oh mate, this is putting a lot of people who are just subscribing just for hardcore. Maybe we can put some money back into it. I'm guessing that's where Season of Discovery came from. But it would be so fucking cool to have like a divergent timeline storyline or something, where it's like,
Yeah.
instead, like, this is like, you know, you do 1 to 60 and then things are different for like Burning Crusade, or things are different, or like maybe you skip around story and stuff like that. Like, I get that, you know, they're spending most of their writing team and like resource teams and stuff on retail, because that's like their real money maker and their like new game and stuff. But like, that's what I would love to see from Classic Plus. I would love to see like classic style leveling, pacing, you know, jankiness, weirdness, slowness, but like with new story and new zones and stuff like that. That's my dream. That's what I would dream for a Classic Plus, is that, like, you know, maybe after Barons or whatever, because you want to keep Barons the same, the stories shift and like you go to Desolus at like level 20 and then you go to Ashenvale at like level 60 and the story's all different, and I don't know. That would be my dream.
Yeah, and you have all those areas already that are
Dude.
already kind of coded into the game, like Mount
Mhm.
Hyjal or like Grim
Yeah.
Toll. You can just like make those more fleshed out and maybe give them a little quest line or stories,
Mhm.
or make them into their own content on their own. So there's a lot they could do with just the stuff they have that they didn't use years ago. So
Yeah, I think it would be cool.
I'm
but
glad you guys have dreams.
that's
That's
the thing though, is like it's just
I mean,
so optimistic, and you can't please everybody, and everybody has a different vision of what they want it to be. And aside from just people who want Classic Plus, there's people who enjoy hardcore. Are there going to be hardcore servers specifically, or are you going to have to use an add-on?
you know what
Um
I mean, you
every
know,
few months people in Classic get bored. Like, people are redoing, there's like a initiative right now where people are in a guild on sod, redoing sod again. So it's just like
Mhm.
it's kind of jumping
I
all
would,
over.
they
You
do
know,
another hardcore, I go play hardcore, but the
if
other dream is just Burning Crusade hardcore. Let's fucking go.
we'll know how Classic Plus is doing a year after it comes out, and if a bunch of people just go back to Classic era to play old WoW again, then we'll know if it's succeeding or not.
Unfortunately, they never give us numbers, so we can never like really know who's playing what.
True.
Well, you could tell by the Twitch streamers. I think a lot of the success though of the Classic Plus will be around OnlyFans.
Of
And
course. Yeah.
if it were me, right, which could go terribly wrong, but it could also go terribly like amazing, let's say you have your alternate reality classic, right, where
Mhm.
maybe the first 40 levels are the same and then things kind of start branching off just slightly at first and then they go crazy after that. But they make that hardcore server as well, right? Like,
Yeah.
the players are asking for it. They're using add-ons to do it. Yes, it might not be a very popular server, but you know, after like a little while, the anniversary servers kind of fall apart anyways. So give OnlyFans something to go crazy about. And yes, there'll be random deaths that they never predicted would happen, because it's like we don't know the new version of it. But that's the entertaining part of OnlyFans, right? It's like the people
Yeah.
losing their shit over something they didn't expect to
Yeah.
happen. So yeah,
What
I think that would be the best case scenario.
what I was thinking is maybe they let it get to 60, and then after the first phase of raids, once they release the next phase, then they can release the hardcore server, so nobody is too familiar with everything.
Mhm.
But at least people have had enough time to level a character to 60 that they can care about on the realm that isn't hardcore.
But then they can also design the game with hardcore in mind. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like make areas that would be really good for content that are just like really brutal or like really exciting, or like you really need a team of people working really hard to get this to work. Like, if they know that hardcore is going to be the way the game is played and the way the game is pitched via Twitch streamers and stuff, it's like you should cater to making that content interesting then.
Yeah, it's free
Real
advertisement.
quick. Oh, what were you gonna say, Frank?
Well, I was gonna say it's free advertisement, right? If it were me,
Yeah.
what I would do is I'd make the 0 to 60 identical, right? And
Mhm.
everyone thinks like, wait, what the hell's going on? Have everything else encrypted, right? Like, it's all hidden. And then, you know, like you go into Molten Core, the very first raid, and
Mhm.
after the first or second boss, like Chromie comes flying in going like, oh my God, and everything just starts changing, and watching
Yeah.
all the streamers and everyone lose their mind as they're
The
watching
problem
shit
is
unravel.
Yeah, the problem is similarly to like the mythic raid to world first difficulty, the people who actually get to 60 are the minority of the people playing and streaming and stuff, and then the people who actually get into like molten core are like such a tiny fraction of people.
No, I know
like,
that, but it's like more of like the show, right? So again, think of Race to World
Mhm.
first this time around.
It's gonna be a long time before that show even gets put on. Like OnlyFans kind of fell apart before they really got into rating. Like,
Yeah.
Sure, but the OnlyFans would be the ones who like everyone was watching the whole time it's building up, going like, wait, what's changed? What's changed? And then of course
Yeah.
there'd be some streamers who are not doing hardcore, right? And there'd be that moment where they realize, oh God, and that's like the kind of thing that like PC Magazine or whatever PC Gamer would pick up as a story,
Yeah.
right? And it would be just like this fire, like the match has been lit to seeing where
Mhm.
everything goes. I just think it would be like a good, in a case of a good rug pull, right?
I mean, I did find that aspect enjoyable, like if they're just getting their feet wet with Season of Discovery, because like right when we all started playing, like we didn't know how to get our abilities and stuff. There weren't articles about it. There weren't anything about it.
They're pretty quickly.
Yeah, they were, but I mean that first night and stuff, and it's like it wasn't easy to find. And I was like literally asking people in chat, like, "Hey, how did you get that?" and stuff.
Yeah,
And
but
so,
like the first night, of course, but like we're all level 1 to 10 or whatever, so like no one could get any of them, if maybe one, but like no one could really get them. By the time we were high enough level, because all the sweaty people were like nonstop leveling, right?
Mhm.
They Wowhead had like 80% of them discovered. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was still fun that like I wasn't reading an article or something and I
Yeah.
happened upon a
Yeah.
couple, or like I know the Mulgore like the back of my hand and I saw something different and I'm like, hold on, what's that doing here, and kind of figure it out. So I mean, they could do something like that with hardcore. I thought Season of Discovery, not the balancing aspect, but like what they added to kind of have these little Easter eggs in was kind of a light touch. So if that was kind of how it started, this like divergent storyline, a divergent timeline, or whatever the fuck, like it would be so fun to be like, there would be clips of people discovering things, especially if it's like, stuff that's deadly in a hardcore server. Like, let's say like Patches like just follows you like for 3 times as long as he did in the regular hardcore. Like that would be something someone have to discover, right?
Yeah. Have you been keeping up on the hardcore race locked at all, Scrap?
No, tell me about that.
So a bunch of streamers basically were like, okay, we're gonna do hardcore, but you have to make a guild and you can only join, there's gonna be each one for each race, and you can only play with people with people of
Yeah,
your race.
actually I did hear about that. I
So
think we talked about it a little bit, but I haven't heard any drama about it.
So I've been watching there's no drama, but I've been having like Zaryu's videos on my second monitor when I've been doing stuff, and he's been doing like BRD, Dire Maw, all these level 60 dungeons with a group of gnomes. No healer, because no
Oh,
healers
because I
can
can't
be a
do
gnomes.
healers.
Yeah, it's just crazy what they're able to do, just like being able to go in with like 2 mages, a lock, a warrior, a rogue, strategize like, okay, I'm gonna have my pet tank. Once he dies, the mage will kite until he can't no more, than the rogue will like evasion tank for a second. It's
Dude, that's super fun.
yeah, it's
And they're
really
doing it on hardcore?
yeah,
Or
hardcore, yeah.
what
So
the fuck? That's
yeah,
psychotic.
it's
I guess like you're still chasing that, if you're really into hardcore, like you're still chasing that high of the first couple times you've played it, I'm sure, where you're like almost gonna die and stuff. Like I love that high. I went to 60. Towards the end it was just very tedious. Because leveling's very tedious, especially if you like can only do safe shit, right? Like
yeah.
so I've had enough of at least getting to 60. I would play again if people were casually playing and they're like, yeah, we're just gonna see how far we get. I would totally jump back in, but I don't know if I'm gonna alone push to 60 again unless it's
Imagine playing the wheel on hardcore.
I'll do the wheel on hardcore. I'll do it right fucking now. Like that sounds so fun.
That could be interesting.
I'll do
Yeah,
it
dude,
and play it for 10 minutes.
Yeah, Lithium,
Dude,
what is it going to take for you to play Classic Plus? What do they have to announce alongside it?
I'm not going to play it at all.
There's nothing they could do?
Yeah.
No, unless they stop doing stuff in retail.
The problem with Classic Wheel is like, let's say we all roll a dungeon party, right?
Mhm.
Like it's gonna end up 4 people don't make it to level 20. Like, you
Yeah.
know, like I remember I keep telling this story, but Lithia and I made characters together and we were leveling together the entire time. And at level 10, when I went to do my hunter quest and he went to do his rogue quest, he died on his rogue quest. And so I was just like, the second we split off, I was like, well, now I'm fucking alone. What the hell? Like, so it's like
I
that can
mean,
happen.
I do it with a group, but as soon as I'm done, I'm just done. Like I I've been playing this game since it came out, so
Yeah.
you
You
know,
only want the new stuff. You don't want to keep doing it.
yeah, I've done all the old stuff a lot, so I don't need to do it again.
I love the idea of classic hardcore wheel. Like we should keep that in the pocket for when we get bored of regional. But the summer is kind of busy for all of us, you know.
A
So I
lot
don't
of-
think it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
this
No, I
season.
mean this is not going to be announced until September, anyways.
No, but
Um,
hardcore. We can play hardcore WoW right now, right?
No, yeah, we could. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, speaking of the wheel, Lithium, we've gotten a lot of interest on people who want to not only play the wheel, but also they want like a meta dashboard for everyone that plays the wheel. So including our viewers. I know you haven't made it yet, but do you think that's something you're gonna put together for everyone so they can track their wheel progress?
Yeah, I just I don't know what they want to track. They just want to track their IO.
I think
or
it's
what?
just kind of like a
don't know.
leaderboard, right? Like let's just put everyone that has like if we open here, I'm gonna go and pull this up. If we open the wheel on here, right? You might just have it where you say like at the top, would you like to keep track against the leaderboard? Like what do they call it in Diablo? Not
I mean,
a
I could
leaderboard,
put
but like
one up.
The ladder.
ladder. Yeah, the ladder, right? And you know, anyone that goes to the website and does this could sign up for it. That way it's easy to keep track. You don't have to hopefully do anything else. Although I guess they'd have to put in their tune's name and everything like that. But you
Yeah,
know,
they need the character's name and server, and that's
Yeah.
all I need.
but you could do it at the end, right? Like you could be like, okay, so you rolled Havoc Demon Hunter or whatever. What is your, you know, and that would allow them to go create the character really quickly and then come back and put it in. But that'd be a
Yeah.
cool thing to do, right?
Yeah, it's easy.
All right. Well, hopefully keep an eye out for that, everyone. That might be coming
Yep.
in soon.
You have any suggestions? Put them in the comments.
Yep.
Yeah. Tell me what you want.
All right. Anything else on Classic?
Oh,
No, you have any news about Classic for us?
What?
Uh,
What? What have we
no,
been
not-
talking about?
no,
Like
not
any
really.
cool stories of things you've been doing?
No, it's been pretty standard. Just been doing the Ogre Law and Shatari Skyguard dailies every day, and once I'm
Jesus.
done with that, just
Sounds terrible.
All I can think about now is last week's episode and THG's takes. So like that's what he wants. I'm like, oh, please don't.
Oh yeah. Let's rehash
Um,
that. Then we have some content.
do those every day. SSC and TK came out. My guild didn't have time to do SSC this week, so I pugged with a random guild that needed a healer. And we killed most of it the first night, and then we came back on Thursday and killed Lady Vosh, so that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Is it as hard as I remember it being?
It's nerfed, so it's only hard in the sense that like you just gotta remember how to do it. Like Lady Vosh itself is just long, but it would probably be harder if it wasn't nerfed, I guess. But it doesn't seem like it's that difficult. But like I said, it's also nerfed, so
Okay. All right, let's get back on to retail then, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do it.
actually, that wasn't that interesting.
Wow.
Sorry, IO.
That's
All
all
right.
right.
We got some tuning this week, which is surprising because tuning doesn't usually happen this late into the season, but you know, let's take a look at it. Demon
I didn't
Hunters.
know there was-
So Havoc got a couple buffs, it looks like. Increase. Yeah. So Havoc's getting a little buff.
I don't
Vengeance.
think they play Eldrachi.
Yeah, well, these are hero talents, right? Because they're trying to buff the hero talent side of
Eldrachi's
things.
hero talent.
Balancing
Yeah, I don't
it
think
out.
Vengeance plays it either.
No, but maybe they do now. This seems like some pretty substantial numbers, you know? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they do now. I don't
Tell
know.
us in the comments if you do now.
Fair. Scrap's gonna get every segment to close with. Tell us in the comments.
I know.
Yeah. I'm
Feral-
going for engagement.
Okay, you know what? Let's take a second. Like and subscribe, y'all. You guys have been awesome. We're still growing. We're on our way to BlizzCon. You know the deal. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. It makes a world of a difference to us because it'll get us those interviews with Blizzard. Okay. Feral.
Yep.
So I feel like they nerfed Feral a couple weeks ago. It looks like they've rebuffed it, or maybe they buffed it double time. I don't know, but good job, Feral. I play my Arcane Mage, so I looked at this. They're trying to buff Sun Fury, it looks like, but they're also trying to make Arcane Missiles good again. I don't know if this is enough, but I went to the Arcane Mage Discord. Holy
Bro.
shit!
You said they were
well,
toxic. What happened there?
dude.
Okay, I'm listening.
They it wasn't like there was this huge drama. I just went in to see like, is this enough that like Arcane? I wanted to know if Arcane Missiles was going to be like good enough now, right? But Porum, the guy who's doing it, he's like, I don't even care. I just like, I'm over it. I'm done with it. I think he was really
Well-
upset they didn't get any defensive buffs, right?
Yeah, the guy
'cause
the
they
guy
need
that
that.
posts that comment every day is gonna have to post it again because
He's
they
going to keep posting it.
yeah, they didn't buff anything for sustainability, and that's why nobody's playing Mage because they're just dead all the time. I mean, Frank is dead like twice as much, but it's a rough go.
Are they trying to style it like a glass cannon, like it does a ton of damage, but like it's
It
not going
always
to make
was
it
a
so
glass
higher
cannon,
no.
but the thing was is that you could layer so many of your defensives that it didn't feel
Yeah.
like it truly was. The problem though is, Scrap, that like, you know, those random bolt slops that are out there,
Yeah, no, they
they
fixed
don't
those.
kill
They
anyone.
fixed those,
Well, they
right?
don't kill anyone else, but they kill mages, right?
They just kill
Yeah.
mages. They're like mage killers,
Because
man.
it's not them
great.
on their own, but like, you know, the first pull of Windrunner, for example, with the Arcane Salvo or whatever it's called, where it's just hitting everyone a little bit here and there. That's hitting us,
Mhm.
and then we get hit by the bolt, and it's just like, yep, you're dead. And
Yep.
so, you know, a 5% buff is a pretty big buff considering they don't usually, like, they do 3% as their go-to, I
You
feel.
only do damage if you're alive.
But another buff to Arcane Missiles. I hope this is good. I kind of like Arcane Missiles. While Arcane Orb feels fun, it's just that sometimes it's on cooldown and whatever. And then of course Sun Fury. I don't know if this is enough, but it just seems like all Arcane Mages are just suicidal.
Yeah.
Fire got a little bit of a, you know, single target, it seems like, buff. Frost got some buffs too, so all mages getting some love, being, you know, Blizzard's favorite class.
But no defensives.
I was gonna say their two favorite classes, Pally and Mage, are like so like squishy. I wonder why that is.
Not Paladin. Paladins are fine.
That's
Well,
fine.
Tank Pally.
What's that?
Well,
Oh, Prop
Tank
Pally.
Pally.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, speaking of which, right? Prop Pally is definitely feeling a little more safe. And I'm just wondering if is it just that all tanks that aren't meta, so Druid and Brewmaster aside, like, am I just now feeling what it's like to tank a 16? Because everyone else feels like it's a lot easier, but tanks do not. You know, Lithian, you said something where it's like, it is actually hard. It just looks easy because of the way that, you know, Brewmaster is you know, designed. But I tried to do like a 15 what is it, Sky Reach? And
Skyreach, yeah.
it was still like dangerous. I did survive it, but it was like, you know, yo-yoing a lot. So
But wait, what's your tank's item level? Is it lower?
it's like 282 or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that should be fine.
Nothing crazy. What, some assassination and subtly Deathstalker buffs?
The non-outlaw specs.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and the non-meta hero talents. Farseer for Elemental getting, it looks like some sort of you know, crit increase. Warrior, Colossus performance is getting buffed, although Mountain Thane seems to get a little bit. Yeah, I mean, just they're trying to bring the hero talents more in line, which is a good thing to do. It's surprising that it took them so long to get to this point, but that dog.
Dog barking is fine.
Yeah, he's being a hall monitor.
But yeah, I don't think anyone's happy with their buffs, even though again, this is like potentially for Arcane Mages could be like a 12% increase for Arcane Missiles alone. But not good enough.
Like we've talked about, I think some of these are just band-aids. Obviously some classes didn't go into Midnight as good as some other ones, so they're maybe trying to just get something out there until they can maybe get some reworks or just some bigger changes they want to implement or work on that stuff.
It's just surprising because Arcane Mages weren't complaining about their damage so much. You know, like Arcane does decent damage if you play it well. It's just that we die too much so that our damage is just non-existent when we die, of course. And they didn't address that problem. Now, granted, maybe that's because they're like, look, we're not going to make a huge class change, like, for example, giving the mirror image defensive back or whatever, because that's more of a point X patch kind of decision. I'm like so interested to see what the 0.1 patch notes look like when they finally announce it. You know, we're probably 3 weeks away from the 0.7 patch, and once that 0.7 patch goes live, Like, I'm willing to bet that same week they'll talk about the 0.1 patch.
Mhm.
Pepper.
Yeah, that makes sense. I wonder too if they also thought that maybe mages would become a little bit tankier once they got the higher gear from the seek the rules in the Void Forge, but maybe they were wrong
Well, the
about
Void
that.
Forge only does their trinkets and.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
never mind then. Forget what I said. So
Yeah.
angry.
Scrap, do we need to take a minute here?
I might need to put him upstairs because he's causing problems between the girls.
All right.
Okay, let me put the old dog upstairs because he's being a curmudgeon.
Okay.
Come on,
While we're waiting, Lithian.
come on, Bubba, you gotta go up.
Let's go on and do Lithian Cares segment now. What do you care about, Lithian?
What? I don't know what I care about. I'm not ready for that. That's so early. That's something we do at the end.
Look,
I have the
Husky's
whole
gotten
podcast to think
Husky's
about it.
gotten double his word count into this episode already, right?
I know.
You need to be
It's been great.
catching up.
It's been great. I care about Ioski's well-being.
We'll see if
You know
that
what?
fixes the drama.
You know what I care about the most? I care about being able to play with Ioski again someday.
He's
Because
committed
let
to
me
the
tell
wheel.
ya,
He's committed to the season 2.
No, I hear you, but I have a feeling, and don't take this the wrong way, Ioski, but I have a feeling that you're just not going to make it through the wheel. Like, Rogue is going to be Rogue is fun. I love Rogue, by the way.
As we're
So
at, right, by the way,
Outlaw,
in our MDL she. Who's going to
yeah.
quit first?
Where's Ioski at?
31%. He's the green.
We're gonna make
Scrap's the highest.
Dude,
it's
they
gonna be
don't know
rough.
me, bro. They don't
It's
know
gonna-
me, man. I'm like stubborn as fuck. Like
It's gonna be rough, but we're gonna get through it. Scrap's gonna be healing. Frank's gonna be tanking.
No,
It's
but-
something wacky's gonna happen every time. We're gonna.
No, here's the deal. Scrap is playing a healer, okay? Frank's
Yep.
playing a Blood Death Knight. He'll be fine beyond the first pull, right? He makes it through the first pull, he's fine. He doesn't have to worry about healing. Hunters have good defensives. Demonology Warlock has pretty good defensives.
the rogue's gonna be the one dying all the time.
Rogues don't, and if Scrap doesn't know how to spot heal, which she doesn't know how to heal at all, so
I don't know how to heal at all.
you know,
How hard can it be?
how hard can it be?
Right
I
now,
don't
it's very
know.
easy. Let's just hope that it stays that way, Scrap.
Right now, it's very easy.
I
Sounds
feel
great.
like season 2, they're not going to allow the spinning crane kick
No, I don't think so.
to be like.
Look. I'm looking forward to not having a kick. That's the only thing on my mind right now. That's all I'm focused on.
That
We're
should
gonna
be
add
the
healer kicks
last
back.
thing.
Watch.
You don't kick now, and you have
No,
a
I
kick.
Done. I can't wait until I can't be blamed for the kicks going off.
It's because
No,
she
you're gonna
doesn't
be
know.
blamed for everybody dying.
It's because she has to learn all the important interrupts. We're like a few months into the
That's so
season,
annoying.
Scrap, you need to get on and put some money on this one.
Which
Oh, I
that
need
one?
to extend the date on that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure she's part. I'll bring her up here at the end, and you guys can judge. But she's fussing with the
I don't think she is. But either way, I'm excited.
Husky to me.
I'm excited. Ioski's joining us for this wheel competition this next season coming up.
Oh, yeah.
So I look forward to.
It's a collaboration.
Well, it's a collaboration of who's going to be able to stay the longest and not quit, right? And I know I'm not going to quit.
I'm not gonna quit.
Frank might quit.
Oh, I forgot the Traders raid this week. I'm so excited.
Traders raid, for those who have been watching, let me explain it one more time just in case no one recently who's joined the podcast knows what it is. For anyone who hasn't seen the show Traders, which is a show where 20 faithful or whatever number of them are brought into a house, and several of them are traders, and the goal is to build a pot of money up as a team. But if a trader makes it to the end where they are not eliminated, they get to take all the money away from the rest of the team. The same will happen for us in our raid. We'll have 20 people. We need 2 more people to sign up. So if you want to come and join, go to our website. You can join our Discord by hitting this button right up here on the website, mythicdungeonleague.com. And so 20 people will be going for 500,000 gold. And there'll be some traders who are doing shenanigans, but you got to keep an eye out for that suspicious activity to hopefully correctly identify who they are. And make sure you eliminate all traders by the end of the time you've earned the gold, so the faithful can walk away with it. And we'll have that airing this Thursday, May 28th, on our Twitch stream, twitch.com/MDLFrank, or twitch.tv/MDLFrank. So yeah, go on and follow if you want to watch that. Hopefully Requiem, I know you're watching the podcast. Hopefully you'll do an awesome edit like you did last time. And we have a really cool new resource. Where is it? Oh, I have to go to it separately. But anyways, we have our new Traitor Raid resource that Lithium built for us, which is amazing, and I can't wait to use that on stream. So yeah, sorry for the side.
I haven't tested it at all. Frank did all the testing.
For the most part, it works exactly like I would. By the way, I do want to call out last week at the end of the episode. I called out Scrap for a will I get those emojis by tomorrow?
Oh.
And guess what?
You believed in me so much.
Yeah, everyone was believing it. Well, actually, in fairness,
I got it at midnight. It's the
no,
log.
No, you didn't. I don't even have Haywires yet.
Oh right, I forgot about Haywire.
So I won a huge boatload of credits. Thank you, Scrap. I appreciate that.
Were you the only one who said no? Oh
Zing
no, I see
did.
somebody else.
Yeah. So well done, Zing. You and I made a lot of money. Yeah.
Dang, Rack put 1,000. He believed in me so hard.
He did. All right, let's get back to it. Turbulent Timeways has been pushed back on the PTR from June 16th or whatever it was to June 30th, it sounds like. Yeah, June 16th.
I wonder why, because it doesn't seem like that's super involved.
Why? You know why?
Why?
You know why? They need extra time.
To do what?
They need extra time to make it right.
No, what it might be, Scrap, is that they want this to end right before 12.1 comes out, and they may have pushed 12.1 by 2 weeks, right?
Okay.
You know why? Yeah, that's the theory. You know why they pushed it by 2 weeks? Because they got to work out some bugs. That's why.
Fine. I support them pushing it back and working out bugs. That was the thing that we complained about before.
It's a theory. I don't know if that's true, but
well, our perception is that the 12.0.7 is going to come out on June 16th, right?
Yeah.
And Turbulent Timeways usually starts with that patch. I don't know if they'll push 12.0.7 back or if they'll just kind of keep it going and then Turbulent Timeways will come when it comes. Not a huge deal. I mean, this is only nice like if you're trying to level or if you really want the rewards, which by the way, we've got some rewards that come with it. Really cool mounts, right? Tavon 2.0.
Black right? Tavon. Oh, that looks like my doggy.
And there's a really cool new toy that comes with it that Lithium's very uninterested in. And it is this toy that changes the skybox to be covered in ash. Right? So you can see some examples of what it looks like. Here's cool. Silvermoon without and with. I love these kind of toys. You know, just fun. And if you're in a mood and you want to watch the world burn, you can just light it up.
I'm gonna make Donkey Island into an ash zone.
Jesus.
I mean, my Silvermoon is shadow because I haven't finished the story quest yet. So
wow.
Does that go away if you finish it?
Yeah.
Oh, did you not finish it either?
No, you can go into if you've done it on another alt, you can go on.
I've done it on nobody, so I still have the Dark Well.
Oh, yeah, because
she hasn't done it on anybody.
Yeah.
I haven't done the Dawnwell quest.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna get the toy, but I won't like it.
There's an NPC in Silvermoon that if you have alts, you can tell them to clear the skybox.
It's in the inn. It's in the inn, laying on a nice lounge chair.
Oh, Sir Dormy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Scrap, good news is that they also have new customization for the dragons coming.
Shut up! Or are they doing dragon racing?
No.
Oh, this is through the time walking.
Yeah, time walking.
Okay.
So there you go. You know, that's kind of nice. When they finally do the War Within, they'll have variations for the Pussy Wagon.
Hell yeah, bro.
they're never gonna bring back skywriting racing anymore. Dragon riding racing. It's because nobody engaged on it except for you.
I'm telling you, I think that people engage with it because every time I did like the Northern Cup or the Eastern Kingdoms Cup, there was always like 100 people doing the hard ones.
That sounds like an exaggeration.
I can't believe they got rid of the drive so quickly. They were literally one and done with that.
I love the drive. The drive was so fun.
But they did say in the interviews, they're like, this is not going to be they knew they were designing it that way.
But like. It's experimental, but it'd be nice to see it like come back. I mean, we keep saying come back in the neighborhood. Like that's such an easy fucking like layup.
Oh, neighborhood would be good, yeah.
Like literally have the do you know how like
I just fly now.
Take over like the people come take over and sell us stuff. It's like okay, the goblins took over and now the quest is to drive. That would be so fun.
I think it's even better than that. Like they have that mail quest. Why not just do it drive for that?
Yeah, with your car.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, well that's time walking. LOL. Turbulent, time walking.
Time walking
Fun.
but me and Frank are saving leveling our alts for the time walking.
Dude,
So that's when the
I really want to
Diaries
level right
started.
now though. I really want to.
No, we gotta focus on our mains right now, Frank. If you want to get that 1%.
How can we okay, hold on.
The 1%.
1% what?
1%, right? Frank, isn't that what we're pushing for?
What's the 1% IO?
Here's where it's at right now.
Where are we?
36.96.
36.96. That's
right.
within spitting range.
Is it? Because we're all at 34 or something.
34.30, something like that.
Yeah,
So,
34.
yeah.
But we also had no
okay.
time this week to push it. We all had 17, so we didn't do any of them.
That's the problem.
What's
we
36
don't have.
at? It's like 18s to 19s.
We could do 18s right now.
Yeah, but I think that's all we could do. I think that might be it for us. And I think
really don't think so.
Do you remember what happened in that 17 Sky Reach that we were doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I do a rant real quick?
Oh yeah, sure.
But I'm gonna dispute your rant.
We have a problem, right? So because Scrap and others are struggling to really top the meters like they should be, and part of the pull of dungeon running for tanks and healers is the idea of what the pool size should be. I try to keep pushing Lithian to make the next pull so that we can start cleaving it while we finish off the big lieutenant of the last pull, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we're in Skyreach. We're at the stairway up to the last boss. And we have the, I can't remember the name of it, but it's the one that jumps around and bleeds everyone. It's the one that shears the tank, right? So it's really deadly. And it had just, I think, sheared the tank. And it dropped off, and I told Lithian, okay, go get it now. You're safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lithian runs up the stairs, and lo and behold, so do our donkey DPS, leaving that guy, the lieutenant from the last boss, or last pull, up to run and bleed everyone, and then shear the tank again, while the AoE does not get interrupted in the next pull.
What happened is we literally died before we were even up the stairs to get to that. It's not like we were in the mobs and fighting and stuff. Like we died the second they were pulled.
I've got recorded footage of it. Absolutely not.
Pull up the recorded footage.
I'm not gonna get derailed on that. No, Scrap.
We'll get derailed on it after the podcast.
The mob, yes, we will. The mob was 9% health when I told him to make the pull. And when we died, the mob was 9% health.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, nobody touched it.
I'll
have to clean that up.
But I think it was too quick to have
2.
done any damage.
It was too quick to do.
Yeah, do it.
It's
I don't. You know what? I think the healer wasn't prepared for the pull that he was calling.
No, I wasn't prepared for the bleed to go out. I was absolutely not prepared. You're absolutely right. You know why I wasn't? Because I was thinking the mob would be dead, or at least very close to it, when everyone got upstairs. But no, everyone line of sighted me up the stairs, and I couldn't see anyone.
Oh, everyone line of sighted you, because right when we were getting to the top of the stairs, before I even engaged with the new mobs, me and Hayward died instantly.
Wow.
From what? Okay, from what? What did you die instantly from?
From the glaives or whatever.
There's no glaives.
It was rough.
I don't know what they are. They're like thing. Oh my gosh, sorry, my dogs are moving the thing now. From the thing that bleed, I don't know.
Yeah, the last couple pulls in Skyreach suck. I'm thinking about going left.
Back to the point.
But yeah.
17s we can absolutely do.
Yeah, we can absolutely do.
18s we can do. It'll be tough, but like, you know, that's where we like really hunker down and get serious, right?
That's where I think we're gonna struggle after that.
18s you got to pull differently, and we have to be a little more disciplined on interrupts and kicks and stuff.
Lithian, agree or disagree though? That's the thing that will keep us from 1%.
No, but the 18 that we did with Zigla, that was like an Algathar. Like we were really behind on the DPS race.
Well, yeah,
hold on.
the DPS.
Can we? We?
I don't know who the we is.
Well, but me and Haywire.
We is y'all. But yeah, that is true. Like the DPS has to come up a little bit more between Scrap and Haywire, and Haywire just won't quit. He won't quit because he thinks he's gonna lose the wheel or whatever. You should train those dogs.
The thing that's gonna break our hearts though is that we're gonna do it. We're gonna get the 19s, then we're gonna feel so proud. But by the time we get there,
Everybody be doing
the markers
20s.
moved up to like, you
No,
know,
I think it is. I think the
3,800 or whatever, which would be
Yeah, I
what?
think the people who are at 1% now are the people who are going to be 1% at the end, but they're going to be higher. Like,
Yeah, of
we
course,
need
yeah.
to be at 1% the whole season, pretty much, to like keep up
Well,
with
we gotta
everything,
like
you know?
pray and hope. Let's see what the the drop off is not really happening. No,
No, especially
We're
for the
fucked.
people pushing around the edge of the 1%. Like, those people don't fall off. Like, they don't just like stop right before their 1%. Like, they're gonna hold it, right? Like, they keep pushing the whole season. I think 1%. I don't think we'll get 1%, but I don't think there's any reason we should switch to alts and hard focus that, especially when we have so
Well,
much time to work on our alts, Frank.
I
I
would
only
say this. Sorry,
play.
go on, Lithium.
Well, no, I only play my alt when nobody else is around and there's nothing else to do. But I would say, why do you do that face?
You've been on
What's
for the past. I'm not gonna say 10. The past 5+ runs you and I have done. You've been on your alt. What are you talking
Well, yeah.
about?
What I mean is when we're not pushing together.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
fine.
Haywire's like, I'm traveling, my laptop can't handle hard stuff, and I'm like, come on, man. So that was my imitation of Haywire, by the way.
Pretty good.
Go on.
Spot
But
on.
yeah, I mean, I feel like I need the practice because I'm not good at DPS as good as y'all. So I need the muscle memory and everything else.
Again, have you
and-
seen our DPS?
Well, I want to be better than that, right? Like, I want to be competitive. I'll say it like that. And I mean, Scrap is something, and Haywire shouldn't play a melee DPS ever again. And I'm happy he's playing Demonology.
Has Scrap gotten worse the longer the season's gone on?
No,
It genuinely
I'm like
feels so.
crushing
It
it.
genuinely feels
Yes.
like it.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
It's like
She told
like
us we were going to be
160
sorry
million.
16 times, and we're very sorry that she's still DPSing on Devour.
I'm sorry that she's still playing Devourer.
What are you talking about, dude? I'm doing like 160 million.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. Let's go. Warcraft
God.
logs.
no.
Let's look at the parses.
no.
Here we go.
He's
Okay,
in a
let's look
full
at the
A
party.
team. Here we go. Skyreach. Well, that
There's a
was
whole
failed. We'll do the
E-team?
Masters.
No, not the Skyreach, because
We
we
timed
bricked
this
that
one.
one. Do the one that we
Yep.
timed.
You got a
Oh
48.
my god, dude.
And that's, by the way, one of your better ones.
Yeah, that's better. 48. What was the number? How much damage did I do?
277
enough.
million. But why is that? That's all relative.
Well, I'm just
What's-
curious.
what-
All right,
did
look, you did
Ziggler do?
156K, right? So if we go
What
to
did
mythic
Ziggler do?
stats, Ziggler was 99% parse, right? The average is 171. I need higher than that, Scrap.
It's a low.
You
it's
can
a
do
low
220.
damage
Come
speed.
on, that's your ceiling.
I can't with the way Lithian pulls.
Oh,
Wow.
no,
Wow.
you
You know-
can. I asked
know-
Lithian to pull the way you want him to, but you didn't finish off the
No.
mob.
Scrap is a master of deflection, right?
Dude, I have every excuse in the book.
Yeah, master of deflection.
We're gonna after
at-
this, okay? We're gonna do a cat fight key tomorrow night, okay? Scrap?
Sure.
And look, I am F, bottom of the fucking barrel. You
Yeah, but
Oh my
are
you know
the
why, 'cause
solo
people
A.
die.
Your
Okay.
Scrap's average is Frank's top end.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So Scrap, we're going toe to toe tomorrow, okay? And if
Okay.
you lose, you have to admit that you're part of the problem.
I'm not part of the problem. I would
There,
never
okay.
admit that.
Okay.
Oh my
whatever.
gosh.
This is all skewed because these are all the people doing 20s and 25s
Sure,
and stuff,
fair
and I'm
enough,
here
fair
with
enough.
this healer
No,
and
like,
this tank who can't keep
Ziggler,
up.
what's the average for Unholy?
180.
Dude,
180.
Ziggler's like
What did-
192 item level.
did
Or
Ziggler
sorry,
do?
292
202.
item
What did
level.
Ziggler do?
202.
Same pools and everything else. He's
Well,
still doing
this is one
above
single.
average.
This match just terrace, right? So like this is like all over.
Mhm.
Actually, we can look at by dungeon here. What was that? Say match.
What?
So he's above average.
Yeah, he's still doing above average with the pools, so it's not the
Yeah.
pools, man.
No,
And
but
Scrap,
they don't
Scrap.
pull dependent.
190. You've got effectively like a 25%
Wait.
gap.
I think it's the polls. It's the polls. But also
It's-
Ziggler's 192. Oh.
192.
They just unplugged my light.
No, he's
Hold
not.
on.
It's
292.
He's
Yeah,
202.
202.
What is
No,
192
what's his
mean?
item? I think she meant his item level.
His
No,
item level.
282.
282.
No, his item level. His item
His
level. Item level.
His item level is
What-
282.
why is she keep- His item level is 289.
289. Yeah, that's pretty high.
That's
That
pretty
is
high.
That's pretty much the highest it can be.
Not 192 or whatever you said.
I thought it was 292.
what's
He was
scraps?
bragging about being over 290 earlier this week. So, but maybe this was at the beginning of the week.
All right. Well, anyways, you gotta acknowledge when there's a problem. You know.
Yeah, it's definitely the polls.
Scrapple never acknowledges. Haywire is the worst problem, but that's different. He gets hit by every mechanic.
That's true.
We're not going to beat up. We're not going to beat up on Haywire when he's not here to defend himself.
He's
He
not using
cannot
yell at
juggle
me.
balls,
He'll
bro.
listen to this. He'll listen to this and yell at me later. So
He doesn't listen to the podcast.
Oh, he does. He lets me know. He lets me know.
All right. Well, speaking of eye level, we have a chance to boost it when the 12.0.7 comes out. We got some first looks at the boss from Mythic. I think they did heroic testing actually yesterday or something like that. I'm gonna read it because I'm not fully understanding what it is even looking at the fight. But the main mechanic of this boss is Awakened Fungi, where Rotmire spawns a growth of different fungal minions. On Mythic, doesn't matter, whatever. Shrooming fixates, Fungling fixates, and then Spore Cap is a stationary mushroom that casts poison burst and must be interrupted. Anytime a minion dies, it leaves behind a corpse, and players fixated by the Shroomlings will need to keep far away from other players fixated by Funglings, vice versa. So we need to keep all the Fungling need to run to one side, and all the Shroomlings need to run to the other side. And if they die close to one another, they get cross-fertilization, and then a bursting Doom Shroom spawns, which also will wipe the raid.
Wade.
Yeah, the Wade.
Elmer
At
Fudd.
100 energy, Rotmire casts Fungal Bloom, turning all minion corpses into a bursting shroom that needs to be defeated before their cast finish, so it's just a big AoE fest. And if any minions are still alive after the Fungal Bloom goes off, they are buffed with Fungal Frenzy. Cool, 100%. Yeah, they'll kill people. Overall, the fight puts a lot of emphasis on positioning fungal minions in the correct spots where the stationary Spore Cap spawns. The fight looks like there's a strong emphasis on AoE damage, so bring your cleave.
I just see a dog go by.
She just parkoured over me. She's 1 year old. Come on, give me a break.
Anyways, this is the episode of the dog.
Yeah.
Are you guys excited about doing the Mythic Flex raid?
I am excited about it.
I still was kind of hoping we would do Mythic Chimeras at some point.
We will.
Okay.
We can if we can get. The problem is once we got AOTC, attendance just dropped.
Yeah, it plummeted.
Like
Well,
we did a
the
clear with
maybe
like 10 people.
Yeah.
No, we slowly climb back up to like 18.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's your buddy Zorthus, by the way.
God, I hate that tomato head guy. I hate that guy. I don't even know.
Cool.
I don't watch any of his content, but I hate that guy. I think it'll be nice because we'll be cutting edge, man. We'll be cutting edge.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want to be able to get one of these cutting edge bosses done, because then we can say, oh, my perspective as a cutting edge raider, like when we talk about these things.
All right, hold on. I need to make an MDL sheet. New market. All right, yes or no?
Will we
make it
cutting edge raiders
will
by the end
MDL
of the season?
no make it into what's it called? Sporefall? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Sporefall. Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Oh,
No way.
Leave it open for Chimeras or Sporefall.
No,
Will we
Chimeras
even
Sporefall
get it-
Hall of Fame is already closed.
Oh, not Hall of Fame. Oh, we're not making it a Hall of Fame. You can
Dude,
just
that's
go ahead
gonna
and say
be
no on that.
over in like the first few hours, I bet.
Yeah,
Everyone-
We gotta
Everyone
get
over
on
half
it
an
then. We
hour.
gotta get on it.
But everybody's max geared, right? So
All right,
those
here, I'll
mythic-
put it this way. Here, will
Yeah.
we make it into
Cutting edge.
European Hall of Fame?
No,
How
no,
about
no,
that?
no.
No, definitely not.
Right? No, because they'll
Frankly-
be a day late, so we have to kill that Tuesdays effectively.
Frank, do what we might get or might not get. Say, will MDL be a cutting edge guild by the end of the season?
Scrap, based on the
That's-
difficulty, it seems like it's going to be killed by us if we just apply.
But we don't
ourselves.
know. But we don't know that.
No, it will be. It's
You're willing
going to
bet
be
on
on the difficulty level of Heroic Lure. It sounds like.
Let me tell you. It might be that. However, we will not get Hall of Fame.
Gosh.
Well, it depends because Hall of Fame usually goes to the next reset once a number of guilds gets it. So as long as we kill it the first week,
Yeah.
but they might change it. I don't know if they're going to have. Will they?
That
even
is
have
true.
Hall of Fame
Actually,
for
you're
this?
right. You make Hall of Fame until the reset, don't you? Yeah. Okay.
No,
all
you
right.
get cutting edge until the reset, right?
No, you get cutting edge until the patch.
Oh, until sorry. till the
Hall of
reset.
Fame
Got it.
closes on the reset.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just typing this in.
I don't think we'll get Hall of Fame, but I think we can get the max
Hey, look, you
or
know what?
mythic flex.
I'm gonna put a little money on the yes. I'm gonna believe in us.
Oh, okay.
Put it all on the yes if you really believe in us.
It's not money. It's not money. It's a fake currency.
Put all the currency on the
I'm
yes
gonna-
if
What
you actually.
what is the point of the fake currency again? What can we do with it?
It's
Are we
just
just betting with it?
points. Like there's
Well,
nothing to buy.
Is there an
well, here's
eventual
yeah. We have to
Scrap's gonna
think
give out
of an
patches to people
incentive.
who have enough credits to buy
We're
a
gonna give out
patch.
patches to anyone who asks for it because we bought so many patches.
Yeah,
Here.
we need to come up with some
I'm gonna
incentive.
put. I made a bunch of money off Scrap. I'm gonna put 150 on yes.
Oh
There you
shit.
go.
Sorry, money.
Come win my money, everyone. Money.
I
All right, sorry,
guess.
back to it.
Legally distinct from money.
All the gear has changed again for Sporefall. Now actually has deterministic. I think we may have said this last week. I don't know if this.
Oh,
was...
it never was gonna have random stats.
Well, so it went from being woo to having randomized stats. But actually, I saw someone make a really good point about this though. The problem with the randomized stats is if you use your bonus roll on it and you get like the worst stats possible,
You could get it again. Yeah.
Well, I
You
mean,
get bad stats.
my understanding is that like they said that it would close your rolls, but like no,
Mhm.
not necessarily, because once you get 2 items for cloth, for example, or I guess jewelry would be a problem, but like once you get
Mhm.
2 items, your rolls restart and you can do it again. But imagine like having to wait 6 weeks, which is not that much left in the patch anyways, because your stats just keep coming out like shit. So I assume maybe that's why they did the deterministic.
It's just kind of evil for them to do so much jewelry on this when we want the trinkets, right?
Well,
like,
I don't
At
even,
least like
oh wait, there's no trinkets.
there's 1 trinket.
Oh,
There's
okay.
one.
Is it gonna? Is it? Do we have
It
any
doesn't even
intel on
sound.
it? Is it like
doesn't.
the new
Yeah,
best trinket ever?
it doesn't seem that great other than the eye level. You got
Is it
main
a stat
stat.
stick?
You get main stat, and then your spells and abilities have a chance to give you random secondary stat and leech. A lot of leech it looks
Yeah.
like, so that's not bad.
Yeah.
But nothing crazy. But the rings do have effects on them, so your healing has a chance to spawn protective toadstools, absorbing 40k damage. Not a lot. Not a lot.
Oh, that's not even
Um,
give you a DPS boost. Who cares?
Well, it does have a DPS assignment.
Well, that
attached to
actually
it,
may be
but you
helpful
don't
for a
care.
mage, maybe.
This is a good stat for Holy Paladin. And dealing nature damage has a chance to inflict Rot Bloom, dealing 3k damage over 15 seconds. The enemy is already afflicted by Rot Bloom. It's consumed to deal 120% of its remaining damage. This has got to proc like a fuck ton if this is gonna be any good.
I dare you to bring your blood DK to this raid.
I will. Raid.
I mean,
isn't Blood DK great in raid?
Yeah, it is. I love
Most-
blood DK in raid.
I'll bring my tanking monk.
most jewelry is just stats and doesn't do anything extra. So I mean, having something on it was just nice, even if it doesn't proc a lot.
That's true.
Yeah, that's something we talked about last week. Is that we just want something that feels unique and cool. Like even if it doesn't proc a lot and it gives you a little bit of, still want it. Cool.
Okay. A little change of gear, change of topic, but still gear related. We talked about the Heroic World tier coming, but it is apparently going to award Myth Track gear. All right.
Oh wow.
I'm not sure. Yeah, so cloak, belt, and bracers are on the table, it looks like. And I think
That'd be really good for our alts, like to get them up quickly.
I wonder if it's a one-time quest though.
Like once per character.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's one time, but it takes 4 weeks allegedly. So just something, I guess. Nothing crazy. Great for alts. Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely low value slots. So that again, it's kind of nice that they're seeing that they're leaning into the Heroic World tier stuff.
Yeah, I'm down for that. That's cool.
I hope it's the thing about the Legion Heroic World tier or whatever it was called was that like there were affixes on some enemies that they did actually fucking crush. I'm wondering if they're gonna do the same thing or if they're just gonna make things like higher health or whatever.
Well, it might crush if we're on our alts. Like we're very low geared.
That's the thing too, because I mean, like in the Legion remix, that's why like prop paladin and stuff like that was so OP because they could easily handle those affixes, whereas like a mage or something would have issues. So
I was on my shaman and got deleted a lot. Yeah. All right. Well, we have a story that we didn't get a chance to talk about last week that I thought maybe we could just kind of dabble in. I don't think it's really a big deal, but people have been losing their mind over it. Last week on Twitter, someone I'm not gonna. Well, you can see it obviously, but like, it's actually impressive how this company owned by a company worth over $2 trillion can't have a support system that doesn't just spew AI written bullshit back to me. How are you this fucking terrible, dude?
I had that problem though. Remember when I was going through that whole thing of moving my house?
Yeah.
And they were sending me articles that didn't have anything to do with housing or anything. And like I had to like just copy and paste the problem like 3 times before I think I may have gotten a person. I'm not entirely sure. And even then, they didn't solve the problem. Lithium solved the problem for me. And it was a bug. It was like totally not user error. It was a total fucking bug. And they couldn't do anything with me.
I don't think that it's surprising that anyone would think Blizzard customer service is not great,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
I don't think anyone would be surprised to learn that the reason why it's not great is not because of Blizzard customer service, right? It's because of the
What do
people
you
who
mean?
make people who make decision to cut quality assurance, right?
Right. Yeah.
Those people like, what's his name? I can't remember, the dickhead that always comments on how WoW is. Remember, he's the guy that tweeted like after the patch was shitty. He's like, oh yeah, Blizzard really divested in their quality assurance. It's like, yeah, dude, you were the one that made that fucking decision.
Why do you guys
Um,
think hashtag Go Dogs is trending?
Probably because they're watching the podcast.
It says
Oh, there we
careers.
go.
Dogs.
I don't know what that
It's
is.
probably like SEC, yeah, SEC championship.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
distract me.
Sorry, it was supposed to be a funny thing to break up the
No, I
conversation.
mean,
but
the thing about the
We haven't even gotten to the drama, by the way.
what's the drama?
Okay,
The
so
drama
agree with
is that
so
I-
he's like, you know, bullshit fucking, he's obviously upset, right? And he's upset because he's getting AI shit like everyone always fucking does. So customer service responds with, by the way, his name, it looks like they put their initials, right? I just looked at the logs, Cody. You seem to have a fondness for dropping F-bombs. Even one, if reported, is enough, PJ. Okay.
ooh, GIF.
Oh,
Beep.
a little clapback from Blizzard customer support.
You know me. I love a little clapback from. Remember that? What was it that they did
the
on the
forum
forums?
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite stories to ever fucking come out, dude. That was so.
Oh, the
I
warlock.
love a little clapback, right? So this PJ guy just essentially sent everyone into a fucking tizzy, right? Because the idea was that one F-bomb is enough to be reported. Now, in fairness, they came back and said they had an update. Jumping in here, the way we engage with this post isn't the quality we expect of ourselves or each other at Blizzard. Customer service is here to offer clarification and guidance. We want to make sure our policies are clear, and we want you all to feel comfortable reaching out to us. Our behavior policies are important and regularly evaluated to help ensure our games are a great place for people to, for as many people as possible. To be clear, cursing is not a blanket punishment within our games. Context matters, and in this case, the context warranted upholding the action. Thank you for making their voices heard. We will communicate with more clarity moving forward. So, you know, PJ's boss came and answered that.
PJ gets sensitivity training for a little bit.
Yeah. So, the questions I had for y'all is, first and foremost, it's obvious that it's not one fuck that's going to get you banned. It's just multiple, right? Like, or the context of how you use it. So if you say, you know, Lithium, you're a fucking terrible tank, that's what's going to get you banned. But I wanted to ask y'all, because the big question is, well, there's a in-game profanity filter.
Yeah, there's a censorship filter. I didn't know that you weren't allowed to do that. Like,
you could turn
that
it
you were
off.
allowed to curse.
You
can turn the profanity filter off.
It looks like, again, he's saying it's not about the cursing, it's about the context. Right?
Yeah.
Right. What was the context? Like, he told a
They
dealer
didn't
to go
tell
fuck
us
himself?
that.
We don't know the context.
Yeah,
no.
they didn't tell, like, they're not going to show the context, because obviously that'd be just like echoing whatever hate speech he was
Well, I guess
spewing.
they probably have, like, they do have a bullying policy, because I remember I always scroll through it, like, when they make you go
the social
again.
contract, yeah.
Yeah, social contract or whatever.
Scroll
So
through it.
I'm guessing it was a violation of the social get off of me. Sorry, social contract. Yeah, so I guess that makes sense, but I don't know.
It's obviously enough that when this guy is like seeing the shitstorm spewing and he goes, I need to go clean this up, that he still felt it to be warranted in upholding the action, right? So whatever this guy said was clear. And again, you know, it's the people who will go and say fucking bullshit in a tweet at Blizzard customer service. Like, that's going to get him fucking anywhere with customer service.
Yeah.
You know, it's that person who's like, I don't understand why I was banned, and then he's dropping the N-bomb or whatever.
Yeah.
Of course, it always is that fucking idiot of a human being. But yeah, I didn't know if you guys. I read this and I thought it was Nothing Burger. Some Blizzard
Nothing
gave a little
Burger,
sass.
but I mean, it's Nothing Burger because like he was banned rightfully, right? Like for some sort of bullying social contract violation. I'm guessing that it just happened to involve cursing, but he wasn't banned for cursing, right? But I do think that there is an underlying problem with a lot of the customer service being replaced by AI. I don't know that this was actually the case here.
Well, he says right here, templates are not AI. This was upheld, they use templates.
But yeah, but I remember like a couple years ago, before AI was huge, that like I remember I got really personal help with some random bullshit. I remember because I remember the guy sent me like a Blizzard AMV that he had like made. Do you remember that?
I remember something like
but it was
wild.
like this is like a real person. He was like, also check out my YouTube, and like he sent me like a fucking like an AMV that he had made.
And he was
I was like,
fired.
that is so funny. Yeah, no, he wasn't fired. He was chill. But like then when I was struggling this very basic issue, like I had to go through like 3 times.
That wasn't a basic issue. You sent your house into the clouds against what Blizzard had told you guys was not supposed to work at the time.
But Frank, the point is that my house was stuck. I detailed out the problem, and I got sent something completely irrelevant to my problem.
You're
like
lucky they didn't
irrelevant.
Just say, "Oh, you were exploiting. Okay, let's ban you."
Yeah. Well, so the reason why I scrap is because 99% of customer service inquiries are by people who have no fucking clue what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
You know, like the Geek Squad gets calls 99% of the time because they're like, my phone won't turn on. And they go, well, did you press the power button? Right?
Yeah.
That's why they have those stupid like auto reply. Yeah. Here's what you should do first.
But I went through 3 times basically just saying, did you read my reply?
And you broke the game. That's why they couldn't help you.
I got advice that was relevant to my problem, but did not at all touch it at all. Like that, but it took 3 times for them to even respond to me for something relevant to my problem. And I hate to see how that, like, it's hard for me to envision that AI wasn't a part of that. Maybe AI is kind of determining what prompt to send, but like, and it's not actually written by AI, but like, I do feel like a couple years ago, I've had customer service interactions that were clearly like personal and tailored to me, right? And then the first time I've had to use it since AI has been big, like I literally had to go through 3 to even find a response that was relevant to my problem. I'm not saying it fixed my problem, because in the end, they didn't even fix my problem. Lithium fixed my problem.
Yeah, because like, you broke the game.
No, but the point is they didn't even give me anything relevant. Like the first couple things I got were like advising me to fix something completely else. Like,
I thought the first couple things you got was them telling you to go to the forums.
No, that was like the 3rd one. That was the 3rd one that it's like delete. The 3rd one was like delete all your WTF and stuff and go to the forums if that doesn't fix it.
Oh, the WTF folder. I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, but that
was a whole thing.
That was like they actually described. It's like, oh, we understand that you're like this is the problem. Like they were like, okay.
Can you imagine the GM going to our neighborhood Donkey Isle or whatever we called it?
Yeah.
And seeing Scrap's house in the air and just like, what the fuck?
Well, what ended up being the problem, I'm sure they fixed it now, is that there was a fountain that was like buried completely deep underground that you couldn't even see it, and it was like a load-bearing fountain. And once I deleted the fountain, I was able to move my house again. Like there was no reason. Like Lithium was like delete everything in the yard, everything. I deleted everything in the yard. And still had 5 on my budget.
Let's get back on topic.
Hold on.
I'm filling for you, Frank.
Hold on. All right, so there's an issue about cussing that we talked about, right? I think there's a lot of toxicity in the game, and I think they're trying to figure out how to address it. That's the thing.
Well, I don't think cussing is the issue, right? It's the breaking of the social contract.
Yeah, being a complete dickhead. It sounds like
cussing that's why is different than cussing, right?
That's why they said the context matters, right? Because I could say fuck and it's fine, like, but if I use a slur or violate the social contract, then sure, they should ban somebody for a couple days.
I'm gonna start reporting you guys whenever you like and send screenshots, like, and see if I can get one of you banned. Like, it'll be a good experiment.
Like, this Cody guy just said, if this Cody guy just said respectfully, you fucking suck, go fuck yourself. Do you think that would have got him banned if you
go fuck yourself? I think go fuck yourself.
Yes. That would get you banned.
I think it's not like happening once, right? Because if they banned everybody who was toxic to someone once, they would spend all day banning people. Like they said it was used multiple times.
God, I wish I could find that forum post of one that the GM.
I know.
got.
Can we just relive that story? Because that was so satisfying. But like,
The,
I've been in a key where somebody called a healer a dog. Like,
Yeah,
not like.
I don't think that's the same thing, but whatever.
Fine.
Okay.
I know, but I'm just saying that kind of shit happens all the time, every day. If you're in pugs, you see people
Well, you
calling
remember,
each other.
you remember my shaman story, right, from earlier in the season, where I just
Yeah,
said
you
you're
called
not invited to my
somebody, like, bad
birthday.
Yeah, you were talking to somebody. So I mean, there's no reason for us that we need to assume that like saying you're a fucking piece of shit to a random pug once is gonna get you banned. Like
well,
they would have
there's not
nobody playing
always.
the fucking game.
Well, they don't always. People don't always report people too. They're just like, oh, that guy's an asshole, and they just move on.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what I
that's true.
do
I'm gonna
most
start
of the
reporting
time.
people, and then I'll keep them on my friends list, and I'll say like, "Hey, did you get banned?" Like,
Well, the
Just do
problem
a-
where AI comes in,
Go
Scrap,
over
is that
well.
if you mass report someone, you can get them banned without them actually deserving it.
well, that would
Well,
be a
yeah.
problem if that was the case, but apparently it's not the case. Apparently they don't use AI for this, allegedly.
No, they do
Uh,
use
Okay, well,
auto systems
mhm.
to trigger.
Yeah, so the support thing with AI. So one of the biggest challenges for companies like this is they're reducing the cost of customer service by reducing the number of people doing it.
Mhm.
And the scale hasn't changed, right? So there's still the same number of people putting in tickets all the time. So they have to do something.
If anything, there's probably
And
more people doing it because, like, now
yeah,
they go to Wowhead and see this chaos and they go, "I'm gonna go fucking report," even though I
Well,
haven't
I will
seen
say
it.
I had to put in a ticket 3 times because they wouldn't give me the answer to my question. So they're probably creating some of this like extra load by it not
No.
being
Again, Scrap. It's not.
efficient
It's
with it.
not what you like. Them sending back auto responses with saying like, "Here's the typical way that you solve this kind of problem," is not going to work for a brand new feature in housing where you
But Frank,
did
there were
something
auto
you were told
responses
not
that
to
weren't
do.
relevant. They didn't have a prompt ready. The AI clearly like read it and like shuffled it into something random because of some buzzword I used when I was describing my problem, right? Like that's
well,
not
okay.
No.
So they're not using AI. They're just using
Yeah.
keyword search
Yeah.
and giving you articles
Because when
based
you
on
call
keyword
into
search.
customer service with any other company that has this, like even Apple nowadays,
Mhm.
like again, I'll tell them I know exactly what's going wrong and I'm trying to talk to them
Mhm.
about what the problem is, and they'll still just like go past it and say, "Well, have you tried power cycling?" It's like, "Yes, of course I
Yeah.
have. I'm like 16 steps ahead of that. Like, what are we doing?" They don't listen to you anyways because
Yeah,
honestly, those people probably don't know half of the time anything what you're talking about. They're not familiar with the software because they just got hired.
Well,
yeah.
it sounds like Scrap just wanted them to be really personal and be like, "Hey, sorry
Watch my
about that. We
YouTube."
can't fix your problem. Sorry. Watch my YouTube."
I just want them
Well,
to well, look. I just want them when I asked the question, I described it really carefully, all the issues, and it was clear that they didn't even fucking read it. That no human read my problem. And so then I said it again. I said, please read my problem. Like I laid it out very clearly. And then again they didn't read the problem. It wasn't until the third time they did. And as someone who's been playing the game for like, over a decade, I've used the help feature many times. Only recently have I noticed this shift in like complete unhelpfulness. Now, mind you, it's anecdotal. It was only once since I think AI has been big, but I did note that I was like, dude, this is like bullshit. AI is ruining everything,
hey,
Uh,
AI is ruining my life all
ruining my
over
fucking
again.
life. It's wasting. It's saving them money and wasting me time.
Not
Like
to get you
pisses
on
me
the
off.
AI convo again because you did
Oh
20
my
minutes on it
gosh.
last time, but it seems like
Well,
this is
I mean,
counter
I
to
have
what
a
you were
very
saying.
nuanced like opinion on AI. Like it can be a really amazing technology, but mostly what
We're not
companies are using it for is for saving cost and making it worse for the consumer.
okay.
Well, I
Yeah.
set up an AI receptionist for somebody tied to an 800 number, and it actually works pretty well for what it's supposed to do.
Mhm.
But if you go beyond basics, like if it has to answer complex questions, you can forget
Mhm.
about it, right?
Here's what when
Um,
I like call somebody on the phone for help, like a company or whatever, and I get any kind of robot, I just start yelling representative over and over again until it patches me in with somebody.
Sorry,
well,
a little side here. What sends me into fucking orbit though is if they have those, automated systems where, you're supposed to hit 0 to get past things usually, or you just say
Yeah.
like representative, where if you do that, it'll immediately go goodbye and hang up on you. I want
I've
to
never
go postal.
I've never had that.
I
I've
want
literally
to
never
go
had that.
postal. It's usually with
well,
government agencies like the DMV, right?
Mhm.
yeah, companies are trying to find more ways to
Not
Stop,
help us.
stop
well,
talking.
they want to reduce staff, right? So when you see companies talk about AI, driving layoffs through efficiency, this is one of those efficiencies, man.
But it's making
Like-
it worse, is what I'm saying.
Well, but here's the thing.
it isn't for your experience. It's for their operational.
I know, and it
bottom
sucks.
line.
No, but the truth is that they don't even really like. My understanding of it from the perspective of what I've heard on like a podcast with CEOs is that they're like, we don't even want to use AI because we can clearly see it's a problem, but we have this like rock and hard place problem where we need to increase profit, and the only way we can do that now is to reduce cost. And where do we reduce costs? By going after the AI, cost cutting
Well, if
measures.
it's the CEOs doing the podcast, I mean, what they're not saying is reducing their salaries and the take home from all the people.
Well, the
upper
stockholders got to
echelons,
be happy.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
yeah,
the end
exactly.
of
Or else
the
you
day.
have no
But it would
salary.
make sense that they didn't mention that on their CEO podcast. I
asked
don't
you-
even know what podcast. I don't mean to drag them, but that's just my.
Speaking of AI, my friend sent me an AI picture he made of me marrying a horse, so I'll put that up for everyone to see.
He printed that? Oh no! Oh, sorry. I thought you were holding up a printed picture. That's really
No,
he
no.
drained a lake just to get that picture.
Yep.
Yeah, Muscle Top IO.
Thank you.
Mhm.
That's a
I hope
crusade.
it's
Now I'm
Very
just getting angry
happy
about billionaires, like that fucking idiot from Shark Tank that's Canadian that wants to build
Mark
in
Cuban.
Utah.
Oh, never mind.
No, I love Mark Cuban. He's still an idiot, but I love Mark Cuban. No, the bald guy who he was in that Marty Supreme movie, and anyways, he got into a fight with these two girls from Utah because he said that they were really Chinese agents, and it's like these two random like 20-year-old girls who are just like, what? Like, we're not Chinese agents. We just don't want you to build your shitty data center in our city. Oh,
Yep.
so depressing. All right, let's not.
I think
No.
we might have one being. I think we
Dude.
might have one getting built somewhere near me soon.
Virginia has like
Supposedly.
data center plans. Like it's massive.
And then we have to pay for the electric bill. Fuck this. Now I'm depressed.
Yep. And our forests are getting bought up because Donald Trump decided to put them all on sale. Like, and they're putting data centers on them.
I don't.
I was gonna say that's because they
Let's
have
not spiral. I
Virginia-
don't want to get out of hand.
Are we gonna talk
Virginia
politics?
has-
Let's do this. Is the
Well,
politics.
No.
going back, I don't think if you drop a casual F bomb, I don't think you're gonna get banned. But
Thank
don't
you.
don't
be-
F
just
at
be
people.
toxic. Don't be
Don't
toxic.
be
It's fine.
Don't be a fucking dickhead and then be surprised that you got banned for it.
Let-
No, that's what
Me-
dickheads do, though.
When
That's
Scrap
what
reports
dickheads do.
Yeah.
When Scrap reports you and then 3 days later sends you a message asking if you got banned,
Well,
you'll know why.
I think people just like
I'm
go
taking data.
online and they're like, I'm just gonna rant about this and get everyone mad at Blizzard, and then like they don't expect Blizzard to like respond, and then
Yeah, that's
he's just like, oh man, this is stupid, and then all of a sudden Blizzard's like, yeah, but like you did what we said though, and
Well, they
it's
always
just-
have this argument like, dude, you didn't even like ban people, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, you don't know what they do or don't do. Like, shut the fuck up. Just shut
Right.
up, right? Quit being a big piss baby and just take your fucking.
a big piss baby. Yeah, fuck you,
stop
you
being
big
a
piss
piss
baby.
Yeah.
For a while,
If I-
that was like my go-to.
I'm happy. I'm happy to get a little banned when this guy stops. Like, if he's being a fucking piss baby. Cody, you're
Yeah.
a big piss baby if you're watching.
Cody, you're being
Frank?
a piss baby, and you're being lumped in with that paladin who wasn't even like he only had like 11s timed, and he was literally banned from a
Holly,
random group so many times because he was so
Long
toxic.
Longdale's gonna be like, oh, should I get interviewed by these people? Watch this episode and be like, no, I shouldn't.
Fuck that guy! I want to interview him. He's a cunt. Like,
Oh, Jesus
whoa.
When I go
to-
if I die, if heaven's real, I really hope when I get to the pearly gates, they don't pull out my chat history from League of Legends, because I'll know where I'm going after that.
You know, when
Did
they're
you-
when they
You're
were
going somewhere else.
I don't know.
Sorry, that was
one of my favorite things is watching Cody, who's a friend of the podcast. He's he was my roommate in college. He always
this
wants to play
Cody.
Dota with me, and every time, because he's learning the game, right? And Dota's like a huge uphill game to learn. He always gets scolded by someone on our team, and he just can't handle it. He just has to go fucking nuclear and start calling them
That
neckbeards and
sounds
be like,
funny.
"You fucking
Yeah.
pussy!" Just like. I don't understand why it triggers him, because he should know better every time, but it's also fucking hysterical watching him like just chew the fuck out of someone who's like, dude, I'm just playing a game and I just want to play it. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
It's tough. You gotta if you're gonna learn a MOBA, and it's even harder now because there's so many resource outs, I feel like the average player is better than they were years ago. Like, if you're
Mhm.
gonna learn a MOBA, you gotta be willing to put in some time to it because
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
not an easy game to jump into.
Yeah, you got to learn like 100 heroes.
Isn't
Yeah.
that what Technique? Don't I
Items.
listen to Technique play that crap?
Yeah,
and I
Dude,
get mad at
he
him.
and I like to play Dota. He'll always ask me to come play. But the problem is every time I play with Technique, we lose because he's doing something stupid.
Yeah, he just goes off and does dumb shit, and then he talks to these people while on Discord, and then
Yeah.
I get mad at him.
He comes in Discord
So-
and yells at people who we can't hear or see.
Well,
Yeah.
he does it in the voice chat on the game, yeah, and he'll just be
The
like,
in-game voice chat. So like we're just like talking and he just starts like yelling at somebody that we can't hear.
We had to
It's
create
like,
his own channel for that. So
yeah.
This week he had come into Discord for the first time in like a month, and he just starts talking to his family over the mic. I'm like, I have to fucking
Yeah,
mute
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
He was like
I
quiet
miss
for
that
2
guy.
hours, and then all of a sudden he goes, "Yeah, honey, I'll take some popcorn."
Yeah. Yeah, and then he just keeps talking to her
Yeah,
for like
yes,
5
and then
minutes.
the conversation doesn't stop at the popcorn. So
Yeah.
God.
So anyway, Technique, he's a character. Old
Miss that
time
guy.
viewers know. Like he'll come back to WoW someday.
One day when he comes back, we'll have an episode with him, and it will be the most unhinged
Yeah, we have
episode
to.
ever.
Dude, he whispered me on TPC
Telling
like
you to
a
stop
few...
dying and
No.
how big is
Weeks
your dick?
ago.
Mhm.
No, not that one. No, he messaged me on
Not that one.
TPC weeks ago, and was talking about how he was playing it, was asking me about like stuff, but I don't think he's still playing it anymore. But he was like, yeah, I was like, got the world first Illidan, or not the world first, got the server first Illidan kill for his first 7-8 paladin, telling me the stuff like he didn't tell me this stuff 2 years ago, and I didn't
I know.
remember.
Like
It's like
that's
the
what he
highlight.
started telling his grandkids
Oh,
about it.
and I
It's
was
the
the first
highlight
one
of
on
his
the
WoW
server with
career.
the Amani Warbear, like
Gosh,
Yeah.
he loves that story.
He's our
Mhm.
THD.
Yeah.
He's our
Okay.
something.
Well, that's the news. I don't got anything
Nice.
All right,
else.
well,
Good
are
news.
we doing the tier
Yeah.
list thing?
So I figured we do
All
the
right.
tier list of the raid boss. We'll read some comments from our YouTube page. I got a couple of them, and then that's it. I mean, we're getting some good time out of this. We're getting some mileage. So let's
Yeah,
jump
we're
into
getting
it.
I got a bunch of stuff to talk about. So
Oh, really?
But what do
Okay.
you let's have it, Lithian.
By the way,
What do you
this
guys
is
talk
driving
about?
me
we're gonna
crazy.
do the
This
tier
stupid
list. We're gonna do the
fucking
tier
ad.
list first.
Oh, and see if we have any time left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta get.
Let's
Because
just
when
go.
we do
let's
tier
just,
lists,
Let's just jump into it.
you-
Raid tier list.
you
Okay.
talk a lot.
All right. We'll
Yeah.
do the final grade for the entire raid set at the end. But we'll start with Dream Rift, and I don't even know what this guy's name is.
Chimeras.
Chimeras, that
Yeah.
is. All right. So
Everybody
this was supposed to be like a mid-raid difficulty boss. I ask you,
Yeah.
where do you plant it?
I'd probably put it in maybe like a B. I actually do like the boss, and I think like mechanically it's fine, it's neat. You got the ad phase, you got the people go down, kill ads underneath, bring it up. I think it's a really cool and unique fight, and unique in the sense that how it plays out, and then he flies over. It's very cool. It's not too difficult. But I just feel like it feels like there could have been a little more to it, or something to make it a little more interesting than just what it was. But it was fine. I just don't. It to me it was like, it's cool. I like it because it drops a good item, and I think it was just a little boring for what it was.
Yeah, I agree. B for boring, but I would like honestly put it in C plus because it's like fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'll give it a B just because I like the concept of a single boss raid that's like relevant.
Lithian?
No, sorry, keep going.
What do you got to say?
No, I was
Yes.
just gonna say I also like the mechanic of people killing the ads and then them coming up. I think that's a cool thing when they do stuff like that.
Yeah, but that one's
Yeah.
done so many times. Like
It's not. I mean, that's not new, but
yeah,
it's
that's
fine.
pretty cool. It's been done more fun like in the past.
The only thing I would give this is the single raid boss. That's it. Like otherwise, it's just a
That's where it's
boring.
getting points for me.
Like DPS, it's not fun. Tanking, it's fine. There's not a lot of taunt. Like there isn't like a big taunt switch. It's just you go down and then I go down and we swap. So
And the
I don't know.
animation is boring.
It
yeah,
can
the
be.
Intermission's not. There's nothing to it.
It's not like super hard on healers, but it is definitely, the health bars do move at like a pace sometimes where you do got to be like, oh, let's make sure we're on top of things, but it's not super crazy.
Yeah, it's a bland boss. I feel like it would be fine as like a second or third boss that you just like forget about. Like if this boss was in the raid and not like separate, it would be one of the most forgettable bosses. Like you would not remember this guy like a couple seasons later.
Well,
But
okay.
because it's separate on its own, it gets points after
Compare
that.
it to
Yeah.
Tic-Tac-Toe boss, right?
Tic-Tac-Toe is way more iconic. I give that a A-, B+.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
this boss
that was good.
significantly gaps the Dream
Yeah,
Lake boss.
especially for a first boss. Like normally the first boss is like really basic, just like get your feet wet sort of thing. This one is. I wish there was a little bit more for like DPS to do. It's like very heavy on the tanks. Like if the DPS had to aid in some way in
Well,
the
it's just a
tic-tac-toe.
DPS check. That's all it is. You just have to
Yeah,
kill them
yeah.
before they get to the boss.
And it's very similar to Chimeras too, where you have those phases where you gotta kill ads while there's things on the ground you can't like step over because there's
Yeah.
all those waves of enemies coming by. So
There's
Oh yeah, the
not much.
marching. I like the marching.
yeah,
Yeah,
It's
there's not
great.
much to the DPS in this one, but the it's a cool visual fight, and the tank like it's super unique. The tic-tac-toe is super unique.
No, I'm
Hold on, I
talking
gotta
about.
Yeah.
Let's finish this one. Sorry, I was just saying comparatively, but like,
oh, comparatively, okay.
Oh, I
yeah,
thought you
like
moved
I think
on.
this is a D tier boss. I think this,
We can put
it's
it. We can
so
do C.
fucking boring. It is so fucking
Yeah.
boring.
It is.
and-
It is boring.
And like to the point where it's really okay. So like you can say maybe this actually works in its favor, but like it's got the best in slot. Where'd Scrap go?
She just left. It's fine.
It's-
I just looked
Like
over.
they-
She's gone. It's got the best in slot trinket, right, for almost every class, and that's good for the idea that I can go pug it. Like I've hugged it on multiple of my tunes, and because of their bonus roll system, it was like okay, great, I can get it. But like I healed it on my shaman with shit gear. It was fine, and that was in heroic version of it. It's so fucking boring. It's just if you can get the mobs
It's a B-.
killed, if you can get the mobs killed before he consumes or whatever, you're fine. You're gonna be okay, right? Like even doing the dispels incorrectly, it'll be fine. Someone will clean it up for you later, you know.
This boss's legacy is going to be that meme that Team Liquid posted of like the Olympic stand. It's just like them
Because they
going
had the world first kill like 20 times in a row.
yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna move to C because I just feel like it is
Yeah,
trash.
see, seems like
Okay.
it's good. Yeah.
All right, now Tic-Tac-Toe, you said you wanted to do A- Scrap. Does anyone agree, disagree?
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it in A. It's it's good for a first boss, I think.
Yeah. It becomes like by the time you get gear, completely trivial, but it
Yeah,
still wipes pugs, you know, because the tanks aren't doing it right.
And honestly,
Yeah.
compared to some of the later bosses we'll talk about, it at least has something going on for it. Some other ones
Yeah.
in this one I feel like are a little just kind of meh.
Yeah. Anything else, Lithian?
Nope. Nope. I think it's good. A
Okay.
is fine.
All right, what about Godzilla?
I give it a B+.
A B plus.
Mhm.
Oh.
It looks really cool. It's a simple but satisfying mechanic. And it's
But it
yeah,
has the big.
it's a
It has the
patchwork
big
fight.
beam.
It's a patchwork fight, right?
it is, but it's cool. Like it's fun.
It's got a cool spectacle element to it. Obviously, when he gets to the end rage and he does the rabid kaiju beam, but
Yeah,
other
that's
than
great.
that, it's especially for a boss that drops tiers, just kind of meh. I don't know.
I
I'm in like
It's a
B or
second boss,
C
right?
again.
Like yeah, I think B, middle of the road. It's
B?
visually good and good in, like there's stuff to do, but like it's not particularly difficult to coordinate.
Probably
Yeah,
like the
B.
toughest thing is like the tank swap for the circles, and then the having to make sure people kill enough ads by the walls usually.
Yeah, that's the thing that if we mess up on that boss is that we're just like so zoned out. We're not killing the right ads, and
Yeah,
then
but
there's a whole
that's like a bad thing against it, right?
No, I think that there should be something that we have to do in the fight, like to not wipe, right? Otherwise, it's just really boring.
Lithian, what do you think? B or C?
It's B. It's fine.
Alright.
I mean, even the tank mechanic isn't super exciting. It's
No,
just
it's boring.
once you figure it out, you know when to do the swaps. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
But bosses
It used to one shot paladins, but you know.
that have a
It's still
bigger
good if I don't.
scale, but bosses
it.
that have a bigger scale with that they're kind of like hanging over a cliff and we're fighting them on an edge. Like if we didn't just do like Dementius, which was like a way more interesting version of that kind of concept, I feel like maybe something like this would be better. But
I
But
guess.
even looking
Mensis
back at like
last
Wrath
boss
when we had that
boss.
mob in Ulduar where you had to like kill its hands before you could attack it, kind of thing. Like
Oh,
that
called
was
yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, Scrappy, you were saying something.
No, I
Okay.
wasn't.
No, I wasn't.
All right. Any other words?
Nope.
No,
On
it's
that one,
fine.
not
It's good middle of
really.
the road.
Salad bar.
Oh, see.
So this is Salad Bar 2, which was a huge downgrade from 1.
Huge downgrade. C, boring.
You die on it all the time.
I hate the beam. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
This feels like it could have been like the first boss in like another raid.
Yeah.
I
But
think if it was tuned a little harder, like the mechanics are there and the mechanics are good, but it was just a little too weak that there was no true punishment.
Yeah. The first couple weeks, so the dot, if we killed the two balls too close to each other, kind of smacked.
Yeah,
but even then, if we just coordinated some group defensives, like
we
it
just
was
had to
pretty
tell
easy
DPS to stop patting the meters, and then they were fine, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else want to rank it? C.
I like it more than the Godzilla fight though, so I feel bad putting it down there. But I mean, it could be like a C, I guess.
Scrap better or worse than the Godzilla fight?
No, I like the Godzilla fight more.
Okay, Lithium better or worse?
I think it's right behind it, not in front of
I feel
it,
like
but
it's got a bunch of mechanics that don't like really fit well. Like there's a circle mechanic, but the room is so massive that it doesn't even really fucking matter. And like the beam is
there's
just like doesn't fit in with like the orbs and then there's like these random ads and stuff. It just feels like the whole kitchen sink, but nothing is particularly threatening. It's just like just do this mismatch of raid mechanics that we threw together that don't really work together.
Well, it was threatening when we had no gear, but that changed very quickly.
Yeah, it just feels like random kitchen sink mechanics thrown together in a huge ass room. So it's like not even
But
fun.
if you didn't have Frank telling you what to do the whole time, would it still not be threatening?
I would just fight the boss and that's it.
Like, that can be used as an excuse for like 80% of bosses. Scrap.
I know. I'm just saying, like,
it's not a particularly engaging set of mechanics. It's like kick the kicks, you know.
Says the woman who just ranked Godzilla higher.
Yeah, because Godzilla's fun. I like Godzilla that you're in like this tight room with like this tight little area.
Massive. What are you talking about?
No. It's right when the lines go up. The room is tight, especially if you're like close to melee, which I'm not in melee, so I don't have that excuse. But you're navigating the rings. There's like a bit of a rhythm to it of like when you move and when you.
I'm like flabbergasted that this is.
I think the Godzilla is more.
Godzilla has one mechanic that she deals with, right? Compared to Saladar's at least 3.
I feel like it's better designed. Like it's like it makes sense to me. It's like, oh, he slams on the ground, that puts shockwaves out, and then he does a big beam. He's a monster. Whatever. Salad bar, I don't even know what those orbs are supposed to be. Like he does a beam now. He didn't do a beam before. Like it would be cool if they called back his old mechanics, but like, you know,
Scrap salty that she died to that beam circle thing that we had to like run around a circle around it.
She dies to it every time.
Couple times. Yeah.
Which, by the way, to be clear, she doesn't have to be melee, but she was constantly.
Yeah,
she could have given herself a bigger pizza slice to work with, but decided to give the smallest wedge she possibly.
I just don't think. I think it's compared to the salad bar in the last raid, which he was like one of the best guys. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can hear the dog tearing apart that cup, but
nope.
Like I just don't like this one. It's probably my least favorite boss.
I don't believe it deserves a B and C though.
Wow.
Anyone disagree?
See, no, I think B or and when I thought about that thing, I actually like it more now because of that spinning thing. So yeah, definitely B plus. I think
I put it ahead of Godzilla.
That's fine.
Okay. Dragons.
You know what's funny is I think this one should be ranked lower because it's got a lot of stuff I think should make it clunky and annoying, but I actually just really like it for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's because it's so hectic. And
the dragon?
The craziness.
You think dragon should be A?
I think dragons is A.
A? I like A.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it should be above tic-tac-toe. Because it actually requires a good amount of coordination. And there's
Dude,
some
the
big personal
fears.
But
responsibilities.
again, I'm
Yeah, the
ranking
fears,
I'm ranking Tic Tac Toe as a
soaking.
first boss versus Dragons being as a mid boss, right?
But I think Dragons is a perfect mid boss because it's like these three bosses up to here were kind of like pushovers. Like, once you get the mechanics, there's nothing really threatening. And then Dragons is like big personal responsibility with moving the fear out. Like a decent amount of coordination with like the soak and like the tank positioning and stuff to keep the beam off of us. Like it's just a good, satisfying fight.
You know what?
Where you got to move around.
I'm going to allow A over this guy
Mhm.
for one reason.
What?
Because they, knowing that weak auras wouldn't exist, made it so that that red arrow would pop on your head before you got the mechanic. And
Yeah,
that was the difference between being successful and not successful with that breath is, do
yeah.
you see
It was
the
good.
arrow? And if you do, start running now.
hmm
And that was like, again, very minor. They should have been doing it for decades. But it's
hmm
like they acknowledge, okay, look, no weak auras. We need to give something that lets them know. Instead of making like the cast 15 seconds long, they said, all right, you know what? Let's just like give a precursor as kind of like a weak aura would, and give you the arrow to let you know you need to run out. I
Well,
just
we
wish.
still had people. We still had
Go on.
people
Playing
fear everybody.
what were you saying, Lithium? People fear
I
everybody.
said, yeah, we still had people fear everybody.
well,
So
Yeah,
Oh
because
yeah.
there was
Everyone
an
did, I'm
element
sure.
of clearing the room, right? Because if you didn't soak the ball well enough, then it was harder to place the fear in some cases, So it was
Playing
interesting.
playing Classic recently has really made me appreciate the updates to the visuals because there's fire and poison sometimes that'll be on the ground and you'll be standing either right next to it or you're not even entirely sure you're even in it and you'll
Yeah.
just be taking all this damage and it's just like, whoa, like what the hell is going on? Why is my GTFO going off?
Or sometimes you're like fully in it and you're just fine. Like it's just like it's not showing up. I remember that being the case.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but in Dragons, I like dragon fights, so anytime there's one, I'm usually going to like it, and I
Yeah.
think this one was a pretty good one.
And they have a tail swipe, and that's iconic. They have breath and tail swipe. You love to see it.
The Council, Paladins.
I think it A, but below dragons.
I actually, I'd probably put it either above Dragons or I'd probably put it on like S minus.
I think it's
I like.
fine.
Well, this is one of the few fights where I have to actually focus up because the judgments happen pretty quick.
Yeah.
And if
And
you're
they're
not
not
on
like
it,
every 30 seconds. It's like 10 seconds, then 40 seconds.
Mhm.
the first couple of times we did this together, it was so hard for me because everybody was talking and it was so hard to focus. This is the boss where everybody's really quiet.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
just trying to do
actually
everything.
really like the quick variation in mechanics, like that it's like a super quick switch over. Like I'm thinking about the last council fight, which was the demon hunters, where there'd be like a super long time before they did their big ass thing, right? And sometimes you'd only see one big ass thing. These ones are relatively quick. It's like they do a thing and then you have a couple seconds and then they do a thing, you have a couple seconds, and it's kind of feels very fun and frantic. And there's a lot to do in each of those phases, so
Yeah.
it's a good one. It's a very good council.
Compared to the Demon Hunters, I feel like that one was just very, people would say it's like mechanic slop where it's just like stuff all over the screen and you're just kind of like, oh my god, what the hell is going on? But this one I think was actually a lot more visually clear and it
Yeah.
really felt like you were fighting paladins, and it was cool how they managed to take all these iconic abilities that you've come to know over the years and find a way to incorporate them in the game, like seeing them use things like judgment and the shields and the stuff like that. Like that's all really cool that they
Yeah.
did it really good and thematic and made a really cool council fight out of it. So I think
Yeah, and to compare it to the go ahead. Sorry.
oh no, I was just gonna say, but I actually really like it. So I'd probably put it in like S minus or like at the top of A compared to like the dragons. I like it better than dragons.
It's definitely one of the better council fights, like especially if I'm thinking about the demon hunters, where the demon hunters was like same set of mechanics, then a special thing, then back to that same set of mechanics, and then a special thing. Whereas this is just like different mechanics, different mechanics, different mechanics, and then
Yep.
repeat. But it's like very I like it. It's one of the better council fights that I can think of like a 3 council fight. But like I think I would put it on par with dragons, so I'm fine with it being above or below personally.
Lithium to the tiebreak.
I think it's fine where it's at.
I'll move it up.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Not S tier yet, though.
Did you say
Yeah.
anything, Frank? Or
Well, okay. I love the thematic of it, but the theme of it. But like you say that the dragon or the demon hunter ones was like chaotic versus this one not being it. I think it's like it seems like it
Well,
was the exact same thing, just paladins instead of demon hunters. Now, granted, there was more variety in their spells that were paladin based as
Definitely,
opposed to
that's true.
the demon
Yeah.
hunters, right? But once you understood the demon hunter one, it was actually very easy, right?
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
it was just rinse and repeat, like over and over.
Well, and even then, it was just like the tank swap was once you see an eye beam go off, you know that it's time to tank swap.
Mhm.
So it was like very visually obvious. And yeah, that demon hunter was jumping around all the time, but like it was very easy to like, oh, you got it, just like run and let everyone get inside. It's just like I don't know, like even the intermission parts, like where in this fight where the auras happen, like we got to run away, but like that's happening beside us. We're not doing anything with it, so that was kind of like
Yeah.
meh. But I have a lot of fun doing it, so I can't. I don't know. I can't really like fight against it. I'm not going to tell you guys that I think you're wrong. I do enjoy the fight of it, but I just also think like I don't know why. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's just like sometimes council fights. Like, I mean, these are three kind of almost NPC-esque characters that have a story because they're with you the entire time until you get to this point. But there's nothing really like, it's just like you're just fighting through random paladins, and yeah,
That's
It's
another
better
thing
than
too,
the
though.
demon hunters, which you just like run into, and they're just like, "Hey, we're like here, and we're gonna fight you now." It's pretty
Yeah.
much.
Well, that's the thing. I actually think it's not
Stupid.
better because like I feel like they did the light craze thing with the Dreadlord guy. What was his
Eritor.
name?
No, not Eritor. What's the fuck?
No, the other guy. The
Corellion.
no,
Cerulean.
Well,
Dude.
that too, but the
Mhm.
Dreadlord guy from Nexus Point.
Oh,
Lithraxian.
Lithraxian, right?
Lithraxian.
But like, I don't know. Like, I feel like okay, it makes sense if one of them kind of got like crazed, but like all three of them makes it feel like there was some sort of like disease or something happening.
No,
or
I
like,
like the story part because it's also when you're getting up to that point, like each one switches, you know, or like
Sure,
transform.
but like,
You can't say that it's just as bad as the Demon Hunter one. It's definitely more integrated with the story
Well,
than
I
the
wasn't
Demon Hunter one was.
saying that part was good or bad. I was saying I think that's something that makes it maybe not stand out as much because it's just like three NPCs kind of you're randomly fighting that they don't, they're not like these big like built up characters.
yeah,
or
there
anything.
were quests to help explain what was going on with the Demon Hunter ones.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like again, I just don't understand. We're like, okay, they're getting a little like crazy. We knocked the sense into them. We're just pulling
Mhm.
trash. And then all of a sudden they're like, hey, fuck you. And all three of them just go like, yeah, fuck
Mhm.
these guys. And it just like doesn't seem
I
natural.
like it.
I was like
I
waiting
like
for
the
some
rate
sort
that-
of story beat that would be like maybe
Mhm.
Illyria loses her cool for a second. And there's like this, quick cinematic that just has them going like, oh, wait, what? And now they're like, we don't trust you anymore. But there was none of that. It's just like they got up to the top and they go, you know what? I know we just knocked some sense into ourselves. And I said, I'm sorry. But all of a sudden I'm not. And
But from like a visual design standpoint, I feel like a lot of this raid visually looks like Dimensius Raid Part 2 to the point where like we were hashing our theories of like, oh,
Yeah.
I think that was supposed to be that story was supposed to be merged with this one and War Within was like rewritten or whatever, and it just like looks so much like the Dimensius raid, and it even has like salad bar, and like the dragons could have fit into that raid, like any of these could have fit into that raid like visually, but the paladins is like a nice like little change of pace where it's
I agree.
like you're fighting like these light
don't know.
guys and like they're being corrupted by the light. It's not just
I just
the
don't get
shadow.
it, Scrap. You're talking about the mechanics on Salad Bar and how these
I'm
like
talking about the visuals. The
visuals are great, but like
Mhm.
if I wasn't taking this, I feel like I'd be bored of tears.
No, I think it's exciting just because it's so quick. Like it quickly cycles through the mechanics. Like there's like a lot
Yeah,
of
but
stuff that
you just walk
you
away from
have
them.
to dodge, and then like stuff that it's like you kind of don't really have to dodge. And then
It
there's
is
soaks like that you have to coordinate, and then there's like you have to hard focus this one guy because he keeps getting a shield. Like it's interesting for the DPS, I think.
it's decent for healers too, especially when the heal absorbs go out. Those are pretty hefty shields that you got to heal through. So
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's enough of that. Illyria,
S.
what'd you say, Scrap?
Easy S.
What?
Easy S?
Easy S. Yeah,
Easy
easy
S,
S.
yeah.
Great
Lith,
fucking
do
fight.
you have a counter?
No, I don't have a counter. It's I mean, it's unique, it's different, it's challenging, and the tank. The only part I don't like is the swaps during the second phase. That
Yeah, but
part
even then
kinda
they
sucks.
don't seem too
Well, no.
clunky.
Let me
just-
rephrase. It's not the swaps themselves. It's the ads being all over the place and trying to, because I end up getting aggro on the ad that's close, if they're close to the middle, if I'm down there, and then
Yeah.
having to have somebody pull them all up. That having to have like a DK or somebody is a pain, but whatever. I think it's good. I'm fine with S.
Given that we
Yeah.
were able to kill it without DKs, though, I mean, granted, maybe it was significantly harder.
Yeah, we didn't.
We did. We didn't need those guys.
You didn't need them, which is good
You know
because
what?
we didn't keep them in the raid.
We are guaranteed to have a DK next season, though. So.
Right.
Yeah. Until I quit.
Not just not need it. Like
Cool about this fight is that it's not even like there's nothing about it really like mechanically or anything that sticks out. It's just the spectacle of it all. When they do
Yes,
these kind of
That's
story,
huge.
when they do these kind of story, like these fights that have a big place in the story, you know, sometimes they can fall a little flat depending on like what they are or what's going on. But this is one where it's just like it feels like it fits the moment perfectly. Like Illyria, she's there, she's telling you like, get away, don't try to do this, and then you're just like, no, we're gonna help you, and you are killing the void ads, and then she's like, all right, fuck, screw this, I gotta take you guys out now because I'm like fully gone, and just then the platforms are like converging, and you gotta like get her to the enrage and kill her before that. It's very as the feathers jumping over the platforms, and someone always ends up falling, and you're like, that damn it, you. And just
Concentrate.
You know something, you might disagree with it, but I feel like pace-wise, it feels very much like Denathrius, like having that first phase that's kind of scripted, moving around the room, you know, getting your feet wet, and then the second phase where it's like a lot of ad management and kind of running around, and then the third phase that's just like really exciting and like, yeah, we need to kill it and or we're gonna run out of room. Like, I don't know why it was giving me a lot of flashbacks to Denathrius, and Denathrius is one of my favorite bosses ever. I feel like Sylvanas was a totally good boss, like except for that intermission part was like so long and drawn out and easy to fuck up. I felt like this felt also a bit like Sylvanas, but without that fucking part, with like an intermission that was actually fun and engaging. And then those little dodging sections that are like not too punishing, but you know, sometimes you get got by it. I think this would be fine as if this was the last boss of the raid. I would have been like, great, fucking yeah, like for the whole season.
Yeah.
I think I'd be a little, like, just a little disappointed.
Maybe they had one more phase to it, right? But I think this is the
or just
quality.
something like making phase 2 a little more cinematic, I guess.
Yeah, I think this is the quality of a final raid boss, and then we have two other bosses that I think rival it in quality. I think it's a really good season for. They really pulled out some stops on these last couple bosses.
All right, Voidspire as a whole, what do you give it?
S tier. Oh,
The
sorry,
whole- the
sorry. I'm mixing. No. A tier.
Lithium.
I enjoyed the raid this season. I think A is good. I think it flows pretty well.
Not a lot of trash. I mean, there's like one section.
Yeah.
But
No, there's not a lot of trash. There's Blinky, and the other kind of big mobs there that you run into, but
it felt like a spire, right? It didn't feel like
Yeah.
this big contrived where you
Yeah.
just need you to run from room to room. Here's a weird hallway with trash in it. It's like it felt like what this place might have been if we were actually like invading it. And I like when they do stuff like that. So
Whoa. Oh no, I like
Whoa.
I like it better than any of the War Within raids. The only reason I
whoa,
don't like
all
it
of them?
that I like it more than Undermine is because Undermine's last boss fell flat. But like I think it's
We
better
still
than
struggled with
easily better than
Galliards.
Ansarek. And I feel like with the exception of Saladar and Dimensius, better than the entirety of that last raid, which I don't even remember what it was called.
Again, this is
and
just
Undermine the last
Voidspire,
boss.
not counting the
Yeah,
last.
I'm just Voidspire. I like it better than for sure Ansarek.
Yeah, I was down big on that raid.
Yeah, that raid was disappointing. But yeah, I think it's a better package than Undermined, not visually, but like, you know, with that last boss being so fun. And I think Dimensius raid that speaks for itself. It kind of was just Dimensius to me, like, and Salabor. But the rest kind of fell flat. So I think it's better than any of the War Within ones.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you disagree, Frank? Do
I
you like the
disagree. I
war?
think the Dimensius raid as a whole was great.
I liked Mana Forge Omega better
Yeah.
too, I think.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like I
The only
again
thing, yeah.
take good first boss, sure, but it's still first boss. This I kind of disagreed with you guys. Visually it was stunning, right? But like
Mhm.
mechanically it was really all the tanks. The
Mm-hmm.
dragons is kind of yeah, I just feel like Dimensius and Salbar alone make it better. But
I guess I'm,
Dimensius,
yeah. I guess
Zeldar,
it's-
and who was the fourth boss?
Araz?
Araz, yeah.
Yeah.
Those three are just, they really
Yeah.
bump that rate up. Like
Araz
those are way
shattering
better
the room
than.
was pretty epic. I
Yeah,
mean, even the wall
those are-
boss. Remember, like when we did the achievement for the wall boss, like how fun that was.
Yeah, the wall boss was pretty good. I guess I'm judging it including the next two bosses too.
Yeah.
Like that really steals it for me.
Yeah, I can understand that part, but okay.
That's just a banger. Those are banger bosses. Those are good.
Well, speaking of which, Beleren.
I put an S but below Illyria.
Okay.
This one's more like A+ for me.
That's fine. I could live with A+.
What about you,
I
Larry?
only choose S because of how much fun it was when Frank got deleted and everybody
We had a lot of
trolled him.
fun progging
But-
and trying to find the right strategy. Like it was an engaging
Well,
raid that there wasn't like a
the-
set strategy for that we had to like figure out on our own. So
Well, the problem I had was we had 800 people trying to tell us how to do it, which drove me a little crazy because
Yeah.
I don't like
And
that.
it wasn't
generally.
because their
fun,
ideas were
though.
bad. It was because they're fundamentally misunderstanding what the problem was, which is no one can
Right.
do mechanics, period.
Yeah,
but it was fun, right? Like that's something that you always talk about, Frank, where you're like, I like to be able to figure it out myself and stuff. And that was us
Oh,
like
no, Scrap, don't
workshopping
get me wrong.
ideas.
I fucking love this boss.
Yeah,
it's very
I thought it was great.
This boss is a banger.
Yeah, it's unique. It's different. It has all the makings of of a good raid boss.
I think I'd give it. I think I move it up to S, honestly. Now that I'm
below
thinking
Illyria,
about it.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, fights where you have to like bring something to like a damage amp are always really fun, and this one kind of being a race to get it done in 2, I think that just adds a cool tension to it that
Yeah.
you don't get in some other fights. And then obviously the hecticness of the mechanics on top of that, fights where they split you up into 2 different groups are always interesting, and I think this was a good incorporation of that concept with how they did the soaks and everything. And you also had like space management, everyone had personal responsibility, funny stuff would happen. You'd have Scrap being like, why are they Scrap move the thing away from everybody?
Look, I
Yeah.
panicked. I really felt like I moved slowly, but I didn't.
But the clips I got from this were great. So
Yeah, we got some good clips from
This was our white whale for a couple weeks, so when we got it, it felt good.
Well, and again, it was mostly because
I mean, this
every
wasn't
time I was
with our-
trying to raid lead, I get deleted.
Yeah.
True.
But we also had mechanical issues and like solidifying the strategy issues, and like there was a lot. Everybody had to work hard on this boss. Like there was nobody who had
Yeah.
a boring job.
Yeah,
on
I
this
agree with
boss.
that. Lithian, do you like the way that the tanking was before they made that major nerf? Like where we had to do a ton more swaps?
I like that. I don't know. I'm sad they
Yeah.
nerfed
Yeah, the
it.
double
Actually,
beams was cool. Like
It
visually, was
obviously
really
helped me a lot, but like I really enjoyed the old way that they did the tank
Yeah.
frontals.
cool. Mhm.
Kind of wish they didn't change it.
kind of got boring.
Okay. Laura.
S tier, but I still put it below Illyria, I think.
Okay. Lithian.
I'd say S tier, but in the middle there, I think it's fine. But this is one of those. The biggest issue with this boss is like all our raid, right?
Personal responsibility.
Personal accountability, right? Dodging glaives was the hardest thing.
No,
Standing
it
on a
wasn't.
marker.
It was hitting planets was the hardest thing for our raid.
No. Just in the beginning, right? The first parts, right? Dodging glaives is hard for some people.
Yes.
Standing on a marker that Frank frantically puts down for everybody, it's really hard for
we
people.
did have a couple people who were frequently like, "Where's my marker?" Like towards
I'm
the
like-
end of the thing, and it's like, dude, you should have been prepared that you might get a marker. It happens every
Then-
time.
The intermission phase, for some reason, I don't. People with the crystal people, like those people were
Look, that's
were
hard
great.
work. The crystals.
Yeah, that is hard work.
Yeah.
And then the planets. Oh my gosh! Once we got the
planets was a big
planets,
struggle. That was our big
yeah,
struggle point. I think this boss is fantastic. I love that they did there's a lot of creative mechanics, like the memory game mechanic, the hitting the planets with lines, and like having to coordinate that was very unique. And the last phase being like so intense and exciting, felt really unique too. But I think there's just a little bit too much personal responsibility for a heroic raid fight. Like it just felt like the mechanics were a little too hard, I think. That's my
But
opinion.
I don't know why. Aside from the crystal, I think the crystal 100% was challenging for
Yeah, but that's the part we
a
did
lot
the
of
best
reasons.
with.
I know, which
That's true,
is
but I also
wild.
think the
It's
memory
wild to
game,
me.
like you figured out a really good way to do the memory game, but I think that was really hard, right? Like that's really hard. I think
I
5
thought that was a
is too much
great
for me to keep
mechanic.
up
I
with.
thought it was
Yeah,
I do.
with
brilliant.
that one.
I think it's a great mechanic. I think we managed that one. I think the planet thing was also hard. Like once we
I love that
realized that
mechanic as
you
well.
can- yeah,
But
but
I
it
think
was too hard. It's too much
you
personal responsibility.
you complain about how some of these other fights are boring or there's nothing to
Yeah,
do, and
this is like
then
contradictory.
But
you get
talk
into
about
a
how
fight.
some fights are just right, like Illyria, I think is just right.
Oh, come on!
Yeah.
I love raid bosses with a lot of personal accountability. I
I
think
agree.
it's so much fun.
I
I
agree.
think there's a
So
point where I feel like it's a little much, and this one was a little
No, but
much for
Scrap,
me.
that's not the fight's fault though,
Oh, did I
really,
lose my
right?
camera?
No, you're fine.
Oh
no,
no,
You're
sorry,
still there.
it like went away for a second.
No, Scrap, like that's like not the fight's fault though. That makes the fight way more exciting.
Mm,
yeah, I think so.
We just need to like obviously as a raid leader, it's fucking torture to do that,
mhm.
right? But I loved learning this fight from my perspective of
Yeah.
trying to do the DBM part of it where or the weak ore part of it where I put down the markers. Like
Mhm.
I could have told you many times that I was so frustrated, but it wasn't because I wasn't enjoying the mechanic. It's because I was frustrated with myself for just fucking up, right? I did not
Yeah.
at any point say I wish they didn't do this. Whereas there've been,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know, like
great.
tons of mechanics out there, even on some really great bosses where I'm just like, dude, this is unfair, or dude, this is just like
If I could tweak it the tiniest bit, I would give like 2 more seconds to line up the beams of the planets. Just 2 more
they gave us
seconds, and we
like
could've done
10
2 more
seconds, Scrap.
seconds.
No,
And
we
no,
needed 2 more. We needed
no,
2
but
more.
that's the
No,
no,
you
no,
have
but
so
that's the
much
thing.
time.
No, like okay,
Mhm.
I'm gonna use an example where we had a mechanic. Okay, now granted, I am over communicating as a boss, whatever raid leader, and I say X is gonna get it, so that means you need to move away from X. Lithian got it, or someone in Lithian's group got it too, right? So we had like a
Mhm.
wedge, and there were 2 planets because of course someone missed them. 2 planets side by side. So me and that other person, we were already in position, and we had been in position almost immediately. And then
Yeah.
some clown comes rolling in and tries to take our planets from us, sits between us as if that's gonna fucking solve the problem.
Mhm.
And then they wait 6 or 7 seconds before they decide, oh, I should go do something, roll into the fucking oblivion and kill us all, right? Like
Mhm.
there was
It wasn't me.
enough time in that space where I'm like, what are you doing? Stop doing that. Stop doing that. I'm paying them, right? And they're just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, it was
Yeah.
plenty of time. It requires people to be on their toes. I
Yeah.
can't help it. I can't help them. That's their fault, not the fight's fault.
He said,
No, genuinely, it was like this ping pong where they're like boop, 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 back between us, as if there was a third planet just gonna spawn out of nowhere. It's fucking
Yeah,
insanity.
I don't know.
but no,
Um,
when we killed it, it was great. It felt good to kill that one. So
Yeah,
as a
it did, and I love the third phase because it has that quality that I love in a last boss. Like Razageth is one I always talk about, where it's like not super difficult, but it feels super epic. Like it just
You're
feels
running
crazy.
out of
I
time,
do
kind of
also
thing.
have an issue with the RNG aspect of it, that like you can't really see where the constellation's gonna go, and then you have like such little time to move out of it. I wish
I
it was like a little bit like clearer where to stand.
I think it is clear, but you have to like, because in the passion of that moment, you're not really
Hmm.
thinking for like a second of like, oh, where does it make sense for these constellations to spawn? And if
Yeah.
there's probably maybe 1 out of like 20, so there is a little
Hmm.
RNG problem there, but it really wasn't a problem. It was just like you see the 4 dots, and unless it
Yeah.
was like so close and so shitty with the circle, you weren't
Hmm.
sure. But most of the time, I mean, you heard me. You say like move to the back of the circle. That's where it's going to be safe,
Hmm.
right? Now, granted, having a raid leader that can't identify that because they're
Mhm.
DPSing, for example, if I was DPSing, I'd be like not DPSing, I'd just
Mhm.
be standing there doing nothing. That could be a problem, of course, right?
Yeah.
But
Most of the times
luckily,
I could see, like, and we did get a couple times where there was like nothing anywhere near that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like we were like, oh hell yeah. But there were some times where it was like, ooh, it could be going through here, it could be going through there. And when it did happen, it's like you have like almost no time to move. Like it ticks, I think, immediately, and then 2
It
ticks,
does.
you're dead. Like
Yeah.
it's just it was a little too punishing. That's what I think. I think it just needs a couple little tweaks to be really perfect. I think it's a fine last boss. I would be totally happy with the last boss. I just think Illyria is a little bit cleaner.
All right.
Like, but I have to give it points for creativity. I love seeing these new mechanics. So
All right. I asked you, I was going to say something. We cut him off.
I agree with the mechanics. I think as far as like the thematic and concept of a fight, fighting a Naru in the Sunwell, I think they nailed it. I remember when we were doing this on normal, and the first time we just did it, the feel of it and like the way the music was, I'm just like, this feels like epic. This feels like the conclusion of like this little arc we're on, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
think they did a really good job with that. We talk about that kind of stuff a lot, but I really just wanted to highlight it here how much I really enjoyed the presentation of this fight too.
Would you
Oh,
move it
I
past
gotta say,
Illyria?
Oh, and I love Laura's voice too. I don't know why.
yeah,
Just something about it
I,
is just like really. It's like perfect. It's not like overtly evil or anything, but it's just it
yeah.
sounds like perfect. I don't know why I like it.
The best part of the.
I
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I personally like it better than Illyria, but
Me too.
I like them both pretty good too. So I don't know if I'd put it above or below, but
I get to break
The
the tie.
best
above,
part
but-
visually and like story wise of the fight is when you're going from phase 2 to phase 3, or sorry, phase 3 to phase 4, and she says darkness falls, and then it gets like black, like, and it's like, oh, that's the name of the raid. That's the name of the
They
raid. It's
said
so
Midnight
cool.
Falls.
Yeah, I think she says midnight also at one point in the
Oh,
fight.
okay.
I can't remember. Like, no, darkness falls is the name of the raid, right?
Midnight Falls was the name of the fight. The raid is March on Qual
Maybe that's what she says. I don't remember, but I just know she title drops like before going into the last phase, and then it gets like pitch black. It's super exciting, and
All
you
right.
just see the lights of the crystals.
We're
They're
at 2
visually
hours like
fantastic.
idiots. I don't know how, but we're there.
I
So,
told you.
We're
what overall, the
amazing.
entire tier then, where do you rank it?
I give it an A plus, but that's very high for me to rate.
An A. I liked
raid.
it. I
Mhm.
thought it was pretty high up there.
A
One
plus
of the
high
best.
or higher?
I mean, an S tier raid would really have to be all S tier banger bosses, right? Like,
Well, okay, what raid is S tier raid?
no,
Give me an
I
example.
don't think there is one yet. But when there is one, I'll
Oh,
Ever, ever.
okay.
not
All
no
right.
that
Well,
I've played.
until that happens, right now this one's my S tier. How about that?
Okay, is this your favorite raid that you've ever done? Like, in
Yeah, this
memory?
raid felt nice. It felt it
I feel like
when
it's a cut above.
even the
There's some older
reclears, we just we smoothed it out. It was really nice. It was smooth.
There's some older raids that stand out to me more, but this one is definitely probably one of the better ones since Dragonflight for sure.
Yeah.
Do you think it has anything to do with the add-on changes?
No, because the only time that they made a like mechanic that cried for an add-on, which I think is the memory game, they let it pass in the mythic run. Like, so I don't
I
think so.
don't know how to answer that because the way the bosses are, I don't necessarily know where weak auras would have made a big difference on some of them, with the exception of obviously Laura. But if I would have to see like a universe where they did exist, what this raid looked like.
Well, think of like
to make
Beleren
that-
when the plumes changed, right? You'd have this big alert saying you're dark now, you're light now. Which
super
Yeah,
dumb.
but
Wow.
if you just had like big wigs or just even the Blizzard default one, I think would tell you that.
Yeah, it
So
does that.
Yeah, I mean, but they changed the raid mechanics because the add-on changes.
I mean, we talked about
think.
the dragons having the red arrow above your head.
Right, like they choreograph things a lot better. Like even with the changes, your whole character was one
So-
color or the other color.
Or the
I
tank swap
think-
on the paladins.
Yeah,
I think the Beleren and I think Laura are the only two fights that I think are like really good because of mechanics. I think the rest of them, maybe it is because they were simpler, but I think they were able to put a lot more into the presentation of them
Yeah.
that made them feel bigger than just the mechanic was. Like the tic-tac-toe one, not super complicated, but there's a lot going on. The dragons, there's like 2 mechanics really, and then you got to stand in the circle in the middle, so not really a whole lot going on, but it feels big, it feels epic. Same thing with the paladins, like we said. A lot of the stuff's going on to the side of you, but it feels big, it feels epic.
Presentation's huge for me, and this one nails it. And it's crazy to say that because again, there's so much in this raid that looks so much like Mana Forge Omega. But I feel like this is Mana Forge Omega but better.
All right. Last words on that?
No, I think we all like the raid, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm clear to hate. Like I love being a hater ass bitch, and I will hate if something sucks, but you can't hate this raid. It's great.
All right. Well, let's go into the community comments, and we'll start with a heater from Ritu Krentor, who calls out Lithian saying he wants to get rid of bonus rolls because he spent every possible token to get the one trinket he was after, but he likes the vault. That RNG BS? Does he realize that he could spend his entire season opening vaults and not have seen the Mythic Track trinket? So this was an argument that Lithian and I got into this week, and so I felt like we should call it out. Lithian, you are vehemently against the bonus roll system, right?
Yeah, I don't like. I reply to that post, but I love the vault. I think the vault is one of the best things ever because it's RNG that I enjoy, right? I look forward to getting a bad vault, and I'm okay with it, right?
But you don't like a bad roll?
No, I don't want 2 RNG. What I wrote in there is I don't want 2 RNG mechanics dictating, what I get, right? I haven't had a lot of good luck with the bonus rolls on my monk or hunter, so my experience is, my opinion is I don't like it based on my experience, right? So, that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Where I got tilted was that do you acknowledge that the system has been more beneficial for your, let's say, hunter?
No.
He won't
Frank,
even
let
acknowledge.
me tell you, no. The reason why. So I was talking to Haywire about this, and when I look in my bag, I have 4 mythic belts, I have 2 mythic pole arms, and I can't use any of those things.
Sure.
Like they're just sitting there.
Yeah.
And like I have more mythic gear rotting in my bag than I can equip on my character, right?
Sure.
And that part of it is so it just doesn't feel good.
I don't disagree with that. Obviously, having those in your bag kind of sucks, right?
But you wouldn't have had this at all if you didn't have.
Well, not that, but he would also have 3 less mythic track gear. He is equipped.
What am I going to do with that? So I can't do anything with it. I'm wearing.
He's literally already like 282 on his hunter that he just like started leveling 2 weeks ago.
But it wasn't because of the bonus rolls. That's the issue. Is you guys think it's because of the bonus rolls?
No.
In the Dinar system, you would have 1 item, and it wouldn't even be mythic track.
And I would have been okay with that, right? Most of my gear, I have 3 crafted items, 4 crafted items.
At least I know I'm not crazy because Scrap actually sees what I'm seeing.
No, this is like this is insane to be upset about. Like, I literally
look. Here's the thing.
A fun system, and he's
I'm not. I hate the system. And I hope it never comes back. But that's my opinion. And my opinion alone, and that's okay, right? I'm fine with it.
I think I summed it up perfectly when I saw you guys going at it for like an hour in Discord. I didn't even read it, honestly. I just kind of got the gist of it, and I said, man, I can't believe Lithian hates fun and whimsy, and like that was a perfect summary. It's like, dude, it's just like a fun thing that you get something that you wouldn't have gotten before.
Again,
you're gonna be mad at it.
I'm not mad. It's my opinion. That's all it is.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong.
My opinion, right? Like you can't just
my opinion. No, my opinion could be completely wrong.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. All of the parts you were saying, like I don't like this system. It feels bad. Okay.
Bro, he's got your Raider IO pulled up. You're in trouble.
But again, you've had 2 vaults. You've had 2 vaults, right?
No, I've had more than 2 vaults.
Because I can pull your mythic runs, and none of them. Now it's gonna be 3 weeks because of the end of the week, but none of them go past.
Sure, I had more.
None of them go past 3 weeks.
Regardless.
No, it's none of them go past 3 weeks.
None of them go past 3 weeks.
I don't think that's right.
We're looking at
Raider IO's wrong now. Like what are we talking about? Right?
Because I've had this character. This is the second character I leveled
but you
to
haven't
90.
done Mythic Plus.
You haven't done vault on it.
Right? So you've had 2 vaults.
I'm not going to argue.
But
Yeah.
you got
I'm not going to
1,
argue.
2, 3, 4. Oh, that's crafted. So
2 crafted gears too.
Yeah, no.
5.
Keep going.
6.
No, that's
crafted
from the
doesn't count.
vault.
No, but you have
okay,
6
how many?
myth track
Take,
items.
Counting
yeah,
2
take away
vaults
the
and
vault.
6.
Yeah, so
hold
that
on.
means
2
4
vaults, 6
items
mythic.
that you wouldn't have had in this system.
Yeah.
What?
Lithium.
Look, I'm not going to, again,
This is like as
my
much as my
opinion,
hunter has.
my opinion is
Yeah.
that the system is terrible. Okay.
Can I address the
system,
commenter, Frank?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead. I
We
mean,
agree.
just cut me off in the middle of what I was saying. Fine. But go ahead, please address the
Go on,
commenter.
Lizzie, go on. I did. I just wanted to address the commenter really quick. We
Well,
agree.
we're not
Go
getting
on.
anywhere with you, Lithian, obviously.
Yeah.
No, because my opinion isn't going to change, right? And here's the thing. I think
respect that.
people are entitled to their opinions. Like when Scrap has a bad opinion, you can't change her opinion. It's not going to happen, right?
I'm
This is one of
reasonable,
those
though, I
things.
think.
You're not reasonable.
No, but the thing is, when I
this is-
tell her, hey, look at the logic of this, she will at least acknowledge, yeah, I understand that's true. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, well, okay. Here's the thing. If you're talking pure, I'm going to get my hands on mythic items, sure, that's fine. Do I still
are
think
you
the system
talking
is
about?
terrible? No, I'm talking about the system in general. I think the system is terrible.
Why do you
I
think it's terrible?
Can
Because I already have. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can we acknowledge though? I asked you earlier, do you at least take like into account that you are better geared because of it? And you said no.
No, I don't. I don't. I
You
do not.
literally are. You've had 2 weeks of vaults and you have 6
No.
mythic items.
Well,
I would
even if
rather, but here's the thing. I'd rather not have the
Husky,
system
I
at
don't know
all
what's going on.
and be fine with it.
You'd rather have 2
Okay,
weeks
but
of
that's
vaults
fine.
and no
That's
dinars?
fine, Lithian. You can
No, it's
say
not
that,
fine.
and I just have to accept that's how you feel, right? That's not where my
I think
qualm
it's not
comes from.
I don't agree with you, Frank. I think it's not fine. It upsets me
Fair
personally.
enough. Okay. All right. Well,
Whatever.
let's not spend any more
Wait,
time on that.
hold on. I asked
Lithian, you
you,
have the
what
last
are you
word.
gonna
You have the
say?
last
I
word,
ask you,
Lithian.
what's your opinion?
I think that if you're on a character that you got your bonus rolls on, I would stick to I would maybe throw your thing in the sim, do where your best upgrades come from, and just stick in like one dungeon and just get
He
what you
did.
can out of there.
He did.
Okay,
Oh, I
'cause
did. I did that.
Where'd
yeah.
you
He
get
was
the
trying to
4
get
myth
puzzle
belts
box.
from?
Huh?
Where'd you
Yeah,
get
why
the
are
4
you
myth
getting 4
belts
mythic
from?
belts?
Oh shit! I asked you, just
I have-
lawyered him.
I have
Mm.
no idea. It's from the
That's for
dungeons.
mythic vault.
So
I got
No.
lucky.
I'll tell you. So I did Algathar and Void. I think those are 2 and
You guys
Skyreach.
use
I
your
want to
error that you got a bunch of pole arms. Like, there's got to be
Well,
something
I
wrong
need
with it.
items. I need items out of all 3 of those dungeons for
Mhm.
best in slot. And at the time I was doing the rolls, I didn't have great gear. I still don't have great gear. My trinkets are the worst.
Mm.
But they're myth track trinkets. They're just the worst myth track
You
trinkets.
poor thing.
Can I say I don't mind the bonus rolls, but I really hate this Void Forge thing because now those charts you can look at on Blood Mallet and Questionably Epic, where you look at like the trinkets and like how they compare by eye level, the 298 skews it so much that there's random trinkets that are better than like specific trinkets that wouldn't be better at like 289. Like the
interesting.
Velgor stare is better than a lot of trinkets at 276, a lot of 289 trinkets, but it's not better than a lot of those same trinkets at 298. And it's
Mhm.
really visually, it's really difficult for me to like read as like somebody.
Hey,
So,
can you look up mine actually? That might
The
be
last
helpful.
thing I'll say about it
Thank
though
you. Thank you,
is if you enjoy
You don't have either of those.
Scrap, shut up. If you enjoy the oh man, I said shut up. I shouldn't have said that. It was so mean. I'm gonna get
Sexist.
people
That's
yelling at me.
misogynistic.
If
Okay,
you
I do have
enjoy,
gaze.
huh?
I have the gaze at heroic tier, but I don't have the Veilguard
No one
stare
cares about
because
your
I
shit,
have-
Scrap. Go on.
Yeah,
Let's
nobody cares.
Yeah,
What are you
I
talking
have
about?
pulled up.
Frank, why did you pull this up?
He
Well, I
literally,
just was looking.
hold on. Let's pause for a second. He literally pulled up the trinkets for me and said nobody cares.
No,
he's
Scrap.
not
I'm not saying that you don't care. I'm just saying you
Yeah.
don't need to announce it to the podcast, so everyone
Why
has to
are you
take 2
pulling it up
minutes
for the
listening to
podcast?
you tell us that you
Oh,
don't have gaze.
so like
Hold on. I feel like I was just entrapped because you pulled up
Maybe.
the like
Sure.
yeah to try to
don't
get me
care.
to interrupt Lithian. Like he's literally like, here's this thing that you're
Oh,
gonna make a
God.
comment on, and like made me interrupt Lithian. I was literally entrapped, you guys.
You're...
All right, can we move
And
on?
maybe
No,
those
let's
look a
move
little
on, move
cleaner,
on.
but at least the healing one's a little more like
Maybe, yeah.
Mhm.
convoluted.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's
Okay.
good.
From BG Sneakers, I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, but in my opinion, M Plus ruined WoW. Gear used to be unique from Raid because it was the strongest gear you could get. I think until they made a separate set for Raid and M Plus, it's going to continue to feel the same way as it has. The best time in WoW for me was BC, WoD, and then it all just started to feel the same every expansion.
BC
I
through
don't even
WoD.
know if I can address this as a Mythic Plus solo player. Like,
Well,
Do you think
I
they should
think
create the
that-
separate gear?
no, I don't like that the raid gear is more powerful because it's really frustrating to get.
Okay,
it is, and you can't like the gaze. I can do it. I can try for it once a week, twice if I have 2 bonus rolls.
And everybody fucking wants it also. Like it's good for everyone, which is so stupid.
Yeah.
Which I do agree with you on, Lithian.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm glad we agree on something.
I respect this person's opinion, but I can't see it from their perspective because I completely disagree. Like
Well,
just
but-
like
Go ahead, Aya.
I just don't understand like so let's say for example that they made different gear for each. You're gonna have Mythic Plus gear in your bag, but what if you're at that point, like if Mythic Plus gear is separate, like MDL for example, are we gonna raid for AOTC because a lot of people just do keys, right? So like no one's gonna really be motivated to go into the raid if they're gonna have to get a separate set of gear for that. It's a big reason why I think a lot of people don't PvP because you gotta have a lot of separate gear for that too, and it's
that's
just
actually so true.
and just having all that extra, like having the stuff not play together, I think isn't the answer. And it's
Well, we
tough
don't even
because
do raid at all for the gear, right?
No.
Maybe
Well,
the trinkets.
Well, I do
oh,
raid.
I'm
'cause
sorry. I was about to say how many raid trinkets do you have on your characters?
I do raid because I enjoy it, but I also like want the gear. Like there's I'm excited that I don't get all the Mythic Plus gear. Like I don't get all the gear out of Mythic Plus because then it makes raid a little bit more exciting.
Sure, but like Scrap, if we were to go into raid after week 2, how much of the gear is it that you're saying, oh, I can't wait to get my hands on this, that you haven't already gotten out of Mythic Plus?
Well, you need the tier sets, of course.
But you can get those technically out of Mythic Plus.
The trinkets, I will say there's a neck in there that specifically works with my character really well, and then there was some like hefty like mastery, like heftily weighted stat things that were like good for me to have. So I mean there was an element, and there's transmog. I really wanted that Lara transmog for the weapon. So
transmog.
you know, I am glad that you know that you're encouraged to do both because I think both they put a lot of work into. Both are fun and engaging. But I'm also glad that if you don't want to do raid, like you can be a Mythic Plus player and like not like have those gaze or whatever and be totally fine. Like
Yeah,
you might not
Blood
be
does
like
that.
pushing the title or whatever, but like you know you're gonna be doing plenty fine difficult content and not
But
having to step toes into raid at all.
I think when they added Mythic Plus into the game, it created a new dynamic that made it easier over time. It made it easier for you to get Mythic raid level gear, and that's what tilts people a little bit because
And I get
people
that.
think, yeah, doing 10s, you can get in your vault, you can get myth gear, or with the bonus rolls, you can get myth gear, right? But
We talked about that last week. I do agree that the level of difficulty to get myth gear from Mythic Plus and from
right,
Mythic Raid is there's way too big of a discrepancy there.
right, and I think that's part of it. The other part
agree
is I enjoy 5-man, 30-minute content, right? Like that's to me,
For sure.
you bang out an M plus, you time it in 20 minutes and you're great, or you spend an hour in there trying
Also,
to
like
time
timed
it.
content. Like I like timed
Trying
content.
to finish it.
Like try to
Yeah.
do it fast.
Like the dynamic of Mythic Plus is so much to me. It adds so much fun to the game, and I'm happy it's there. So,
all right,
I don't know.
Yeah.
let's keep this going because we're already now running
Next.
as the longest episode.
Oh,
I just want to give a shout out to @Keelig who says, great episode. I've been wanting to make a vid on my own takes about the game, and this episode has inspired me to try to finally make it. He said I'll be ready for next Monday, but love your feedback. I'm just going to give you a chance, Keelig, here. Post your video if you get it done. We'll promote it. So shout out to you. Thank you for contributing, but also becoming part of the community. All right.
Yeah, please do. It's not like we get a ton of views, but like we were posting podcasts and getting like 5 to 6 views for like, like a couple months. Like full blown 2-hour podcast with like 6 views.
So, Lithian,
don't be
I'm going to give you a chance to rant about this. At Cosdas4814 says, Frank, forget everything you're saying. Say what I'm saying. And Lithian, you had a little fun with this one.
What
right?
did I say?
You said, typical
remember.
Frank, if you know, you know. And I feel like that's unfair, right? Because someone behind you said, dude is exhausting, right? I'm exhausting? Have you seen Scrapclaw?
But that guy clearly doesn't know. Like,
Yeah, he doesn't
but
know.
I'm in Lithian's camp. If you know, you know. And I do know. So.
What the fuck does that even mean? No, I even said this. I'm like, look, I'm not trying to say forget what you're saying because I don't think it's true. I'm saying what you're saying has nothing to do with the point we're trying to talk about.
That's when
You'll
I
be the person that says like, hey, do you think
Cason's
THD locks a point about how Mythic Plus should be deleted? And you'll be like, well, the housing roadmap is really making me angry. And I'm like, yeah, forget that. I don't want to talk about that right now.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right.
That was good. That was a good thread.
Says make tier sets, part of an interesting zone story when you gain power. Make it boring after a few seasons. But like, and he talks about how he stopped listening to the Bench and Podyssey because of the nonstop add-on coverage. But what I would say though, I like this idea of the tier sets being like thematic as part of the leveling content. Now this would only work in season 1. However, season 1 I think is where the tier sets are the most boring. And I just wanted to see if you guys agreed.
I'm down to try it.
Fine, but we outgear that shit so fast. Like,
no, I know, but like the idea that like you end each zone with like the tier set kind of like being formed.
I guess so. I like that better. I like that better than what we currently have. That like if they have a tier set in mind, that like just give it to me. Just give it to me. I don't like having to wait to like retool how I play the game for some arbitrary like.
No, I mean they practically are giving it to you at this point, Scrap.
They are, but they aren't. They're not. They're not giving it to me. They're practically giving it to me.
Two things can be true. Complete
Well,
opposites
there's
of each other.
between practically giving it to me and giving it to me, and I would rather it be given to me than
I'm so confused.
To me.
I don't even know what's happening right now. Who's on first?
Yeah, if you know, you know. Listen, I'm sorry.
Well, that's plenty of time. I'm sorry if we didn't get to your comments this week, but any last words? I ask you want to keep us off to... Oh, hold on. Sorry, Lithian. No, Lithian, you're hot.
No. I want to see Pepper. I want to see Pepper. I want to prove to everybody.
This is the point where you guys can turn off the podcast because Scrap's going to spend the next 20 minutes.
No, it doesn't look like a husky at all.
Oh, but look at you see her ears the way they pop up. You want this?
I like how she said sit. The dog started giving her a paw, so Scrap said, "Give me your paw" to make it look like that's what she meant.
1-year-old.
Scrap, what do you think huskies have ears like that?
No, she has ears. Hold on, she's not doing it. But when I have a treat, her ears go like this.
Yeah, they're just dog ears. Like
I mean, that's German Shepherd.
No, I'd say German Shepherd and huskies have more ears closely similar than that dog does.
No, they don't have floppy ears. So
well,
she
kind of
has
look like wishbones.
I know your dog has floppy ears.
Well, there she's gone. Well, that was that.
No husky. Okay, that was that.
But
Sorry.
I think more husky.
Are you gonna get a 23andMe for the dog?
No, I already have one. It's already at the lab.
Okay.
It's
so we will be officially confirming this.
Yeah, it's 2 to 4 weeks. Let me lay it out.
Can you imagine a bigger waste of money than getting your dog's DNA for fucking proving it's not a husky?
$100 a pop for that. But I did all 3 dogs, $100
Just one
a pop.
tattoo, it's fine.
I'm sure she's a husky because she's super fluffy, and she's super vocal, and she's a psychopath. And that's right.
I don't see one physical trait that ties that dog to being a husky right now.
She's fluffy like a husky.
She doesn't even have the same hair type. She doesn't have pointy ears.
She does.
Scott, bring it back. Bring it back, and I want to draw the curvature of the tip of her ear.
Okay. Hold on. Sit. Give me your paw. You want this? You want this? You want this? I need an actual tree. It's not working. Oh, here. You want this? Come on.
Please in the comments tell me if I've lost the plot, because those ears aren't like they're obviously pointed to a degree, but they're rounded pointed.
No, they're not. They're pointed, I swear.
All right, I'm gonna pull up. Maybe I just don't remember what huskies look like.
She's not pointed.
Maybe I don't know what a husky looks like.
Hold on. Insert up. Hold on. Go back.
Yeah.
I want you to Google blonde Pitsky. Okay?
Why is this not?
Is that a
oh,
husky?
open
No,
it.
no, go to the Google and Google
Go to the
blonde.
Google.
Hold on. No.
Yeah, go to the
Wait.
go to the Google.
Okay.
Wait,
Blonde what?
I think it's blonde Pitsky.
Pitsky.
Pitsky. Yeah,
Is
well, I
that a
think it's
husky?
a pitbull mix. Okay, so go to images. And yeah, look at that one, the second one. That looks just fucking like her. Pull that up. No, the second one. The second
Oh,
one.
sorry. I mean,
Yeah,
if
that
anything,
one.
if anything, this one looks more like it. Hold on, I
Yeah,
gotta-
no, that's what I think. Look, it looks
But
just like her.
a Pitsky is. Oh, you're saying.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
saying.
not saying she's a purebred husky. What the
Obviously
fuck?
not.
I know you're
What
not.
percent of
I know
husky
you're
are you
not.
saying she is?
I think probably 30%.
I'm thinking 0.
The MDL she says any husky.
I know. I
okay?
did. I
And
did say
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
yeah, look
No,
at those.
I did
Those
that
dogs
one.
look like her. I'm telling you, those dogs look just like her. And she's gonna be
What?
1 in 2 weeks. So she's a good girl. Even though she was parkouring over me the whole episode.
I've never
We'll have to get
seen.
a-
That looks just like her.
have to get
Does
a
she
Maury
have like a curved?
thing.
By the way, look at this hair type, right? Very fine.
Yeah.
Your dog looks like. I mean, this doesn't
No,
even look like.
Frank, Frank, if you felt her, she feels like a cloud. Like
Okay.
she's like the
We spent-
softest dog.
We spent
I
more
can't
time on
communicate.
this than we did any other topic of WoW.
That was my
Anyway.
last word.
Her name is Peppercini, and she's a very good girl.
Okay.
My
Yeah, that's
It's not.
my last word is I'm sorry to everyone who wanted me to do voice acting for money. Lithian got a cameo from the actual
Oh,
Sylvanas
yeah.
voice actor.
We didn't show
Oh,
it on
let's
the pod,
insert
did we?
that. Let's insert that here.
I'll
Make a
put
And,
mark.
it, should I put it at the very start of the episode? Like right before the.
Yeah,
Okay.
put it at the
Yeah.
very
okay.
start.
So
Yeah.
so
We're
you've
not
probably
gonna
seen it by
acknowledge it
now.
until 2.5 hours in.
Yeah, that's
I've been
okay.
putting
They'll
my-
see it and they'll go, "That's awesome." They'll know what's going on and then move on from
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I've been put in my place, so I can no longer show my face around this town anymore. So
Thank you for
No
bringing
more-
that
no
up.
more
I
stuff.
forgot all about that.
no more Sylvanas voice.
I love Cameo. I'm a big fan of
Oh,
Cameo. by
Lithian,
the
can
way.
I
I
ask you a
love the
personal
cameo.
question? How much did that cost you?
It was $40.
Totally worth
That's
it.
so cheap. What the fuck? We
Totally
can have
worth
her. We can. I'm
Do you
gonna
think-
send one of her saying like, "Go fuck
Well,
yourself."
okay,
and die
The
when
fur,
we
okay, to put it in comparison, the furries that I got for Scrap
For
and
me,
I think Flux,
yeah.
they were like $5
Yeah.
or $10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
40,
So
40
that's
ain't,
even
40 ain't
for a
cheap,
whole-
but it was totally
You
worth
got
it.
like a whole African dance team for Flux. How much was that one?
That was like $20. That was like
Okay,
Do you
$20.
guys
You find
That
the
was great.
bargains, bro.
do you guys think like
It was
you could
great.
cameo a bunch of voice actors to actually do like an entire soundtrack worth of voice acting?
No, we're gonna build a skit at the start of our 100th episode.
Listen, what's her name? What's the lady's name? Who's the voice actor?
I don't know. I have to look it up.
Shout her
Shout
out.
out, we don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll look it up real quick.
If you guys get a
It's-
cameo for her, tell her that Lithian sent you.
Patty Madison.
Yeah.
Yes. yeah.
Yes.
She did a fantastic job.
Dude,
That's
She
worth
crushed
$40.
it. By the way,
When-
you did
when-
it the night of the podcast. By
Yeah.
morning, she had it recorded.
I was just about to say that. Wait, like
So-
close to 1 a.m. by our time by the time he got this to her, and like 7 a.m. the next day he had it already in the Discord.
Yeah,
Like,
so
She does it
I
with her
didn't
morning
pay.
coffee.
So you could pay for an accelerator to have them do it like right away, and I didn't pay for that. So I just thought, oh, it'd be funny before the next
you just-
podcast. And she flipped it around so fast. I was like, oh my god.
She's like,
She
oh
saw
my god,
my
someone paid
name.
40 bucks. I gotta do
Every-
that.
She saw my name and she was like, oh, this guy.
Oh,
This
yeah.
guy's
to show
important.
you, we shouldn't expect Sylvanas anytime soon because clearly she's not busy.
That's true. True.
All right, well, I'm gonna go see Mandalorian and Grogu tomorrow. I hear it's terrible, but whatever. My kid wants
Yeah, I
to
heard
see it.
that
so-
too. Are you taking your girls?
Just want my oldest, my middle
Okay,
child.
yeah.
She said
She'll
she's
probably
too
like it
scared.
because it's a cute
Dude,
little
I
guy.
showed my daughter though, because it's the long weekend, so the grandparents came into town and they watched Project Hail Mary with us the past 2 nights.
But don't
We split
spoil
it
me
up.
because I just started the book.
No, but my daughter. So I don't know if you've seen anything about the movie Scrap, but you know how like the Rock talks, the alien talks.
I literally had just started the book. Don't spoil me. I don't know anything about it.
This is not has nothing to do with spoilers, other than you know that there are aliens there. Like you just watched the trailer, it's already like given away. And
Watch the trailer. I'm just at the start of the book and
Look,
there's no aliens yet.
the long and short of it is it will end a question with the word question, right? And she's
Okay.
been doing that to me all fucking day.
Oh, she watched the movie? I didn't know it was like a kid's movie.
It's not, but she was like begging to
Okay.
watch it. She wanted to watch
Oh,
it so
okay.
badly because she saw the trailer and the alien, right?
Mhm.
And she's like in love with the idea. So she loved the movie. Everyone loved the movie, but she has been going like, "Can we go to the park?" Question, and I'm like, "Oh my god, please
Oh.
stop!" So
She's picked it up. Yeah.
trolling me.
funny.
My daughter's trolling me. Just this is the life of. Okay. Well, that's episode 86. What, 14 weeks until? God, man, that's creeping
14
up quick.
weeks.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
We
I have a
ordered
lot
our-
of like.
We,
things
do,
in
do we have
between.
jerseys?
Our jerseys will
What's
be here
happening?
June 18th, it said.
That's
Oh,
good.
okay.
Hopefully they're like good because we won't have much time to order extras.
I mean, if
Different
it's
ones.
taken about a month, so things go sideways, we'll have another month, or 2 months really to sort it out. So
Okay, so
I've
we can get a
decided,
couple more rounds of jerseys.
since I'm not really gonna probably wear it after BlizzCon, I've decided I'm gonna go around anyone who comes up to us or anyone we meet, like a content creator or anything. I'm gonna have them sign it, and then I'm gonna get it framed.
yeah,
So if
I was thinking the same
that's
thing. Yeah.
that's a
That's
fun
super
thing
cool.
for if anyone's there, anyone's going to BlizzCon and wants to participate.
Fans, I
with
just want
us with
fans.
that.
All the fans can sign it. If you
Yeah.
see
I don't
this
want
and you want to
fans.
sign it, I'm gonna have you sign it.
I want Holly Longdale and
Oh.
Skarzard.
Should,
Like I
should
want
we
like
wear
all
it to
Charizard
the,
the,
doesn't
should we
work
wear
there
it to the
anymore.
charity dinner?
and then I want to set it on
That might be a
fire.
little tacky for the charity dinner.
It doesn't matter.
No,
We
you
can
guys
get people to
can wear
or
nice
bring it
shit.
with us to have them
No,
sign
bring
it.
it. Bring it to the
Yeah.
charity dinner.
Oh, that'd be a good
Yeah.
idea.
That'd be
Well,
cool.
actually, that'd be cool. And then the next day is when you wear it, like with all it signed, because you don't want to bring a stinky jersey to the charity dinner. Like
What am I
here,
wearing? What am I wearing to the charity dinner?
you're
Scott?
Tuxedo.
wearing a tuxedo, bro.
Basketball shorts and a tank top.
Yeah.
All
No,
right,
you
we
guys
gotta
are
get out of
wearing
here.
your
Episode
top
86,
hats, right?
everyone. We love you. We'll see you next week if hopefully there's more news. Oh my God. But until then, keep timing your keys, keep getting AOTC and cutting edge. We'll see you then. Take care.
Well, we'll have Trader Raid content, so maybe hopefully
Trader
they'll
Raid. Trader
film the
Raid.
whole thing. Yeah, Trader Raid.
Twitch.tv/MDL Frank, Thursday, May 28th. Bye.
Yeah.
See ya. Bye bye.